Previously on Barrel Mode.
But really, I'm now submitting by just pressing that yes button. And so while it does say we've had that, these are all D-level max stuff, so we don't have any points, right? Our duelist points are at 0. So we gotta fix that. And we fix that by clicking this button right now. If you're not familiar with how Stage 2 works, is you are pitted up against other Stage 2 duelists. And if you win, your points go up. If you lose, your points go down, down, down. And depending on where we end up, we'll get rewards, including possible super rare, sort of dream-esque tickets, or really ranked tickets with a glossy finish, or ranked tickets with a prismatic finish. But, okay. So we are facing 5,000 points of damage here that we're going to have to do to get rid of these 5,000 life points. Those are old losses. Those are still losses from when we had to qualify, which is crazy that we had a loss and then qualified.
Let's go.
Actually, no, that's what I did Jesse Anderson earlier in D-Level Max, I think on Wednesday? Maybe it was Thursday.
Just go for it.
Ah, well, I mean, that's not unfair. All right, so elemental heroes, huh? Let's go ahead and start with the Mystical Space Typhoon and see if we can't clear some of the friendship here away. All right, mass change. So here comes a Master of Dion, which is going to be a little awkward.
I activate a quick play spell.
I think I'm going to start with Ostinato, and then we'll see if he's got anything. Ooh, put in defense mode. All right, so Ostinato. He's non-Clock Tower heroes. He's really giving us the business here, right? We can go ahead and send this one to the grave, and I feel like this one's a good one to send to the grave because we'll keep the other ones in the deck. Put that in attack mode. All right, so stream is actually starting off exactly like we wanted to, right? We are apparently successfully summoning Bloom Diva the Melodious Choir, and then we're going to see what that does as we enter the battle phase, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like he's got anything. And I still have a bunch of combos, but I want to save those for later. So, attack. And no response. Use the effect. Do 900 damage, destroy. Continue to profit.
That won't work against me.
Okay, so that's a little unfortunate because it does mean we're gonna have to get Schuberta out if we want to use another Treacherous Trap hole, but so far, honestly, that's not so bad. He's got 2 cards. 2 cards is usually enough to get, like, heroes doing something. But even a Dark Hero and a Mass Change. I guess that's what we want to see. That's exactly what we want to see. I hope he continues to do well, but that is our first victory, so we got a 100% win ratio. We're not going to get better than that. So let's go, right? No, okay. Start off the second one so we can get that sweet, sweet 50% win ratio. All right. Hopefully, for those of you who did celebrate Thanksgiving yesterday, it was a good holiday. If not, I hope it was a good Thursday. But right now, it is time to have a good duel, right? Hey, Jesus, good seeing you again.
It's time.
All right.
It's my turn.
Pretty decent opener here, actually.
My turn is done.
Wow, okay, so this is definitely Lunalights. This is definitely Lunalights. I'm going to start with Ostinato. And, you know what? Let's call the bluff here. We're going to send Sonata, and we'll send Mozarta. Yeah, Mozarta is graveyard. Hey, Zhonglong. All right, so Bloom Prima. And we're basically just doing this to see if we can get away with it. I'm going to set, battle phase, attack. He's got something.
Exactly what
Okay.
I was waiting for.
That's the first one.
My monster's effect
You know what? I don't mind. Whatever he's got, I kind of want to put him in, like, the danger zone. Yeah, I am going to special summon Fusion Material to the field, and we'll go and special summon this one and this one. So I haven't done that. I've been, like, trying some new stuff, and then activate the effect of Bloom Prima, the Melodious, in your graveyard. That would be... if this fusion summon card is sent to the graveyard, target Melodious monster in your hand, or excuse me, in your graveyard, add to your hand. Yes, we can do that. But we only have Bloom Prima to add back, but okay.
I refuse to lose. My turn.
I mean, yeah, the Treacherous Trap hole really helps. The Necrofusion really helps. Yeah, that's it. I think we are gonna, like, at least for the early games, it's gonna be a little bit like this. Because so far, we've had scoops basically on their first available turns with a battle phase every time. So it might just be like Lunalight, and Prophet. Should be fun. Who knows? That's the only thing that's unfortunate. I would have loved to have seen it, right? I like that the deck is doing so well that he's like, no, you know what? That's too expensive for my taste. So unfortunately, Juice Foxfire, the only thing we're doing tonight is the Kaiba Corporation Cup climb. So unlike last stream where we were dueling, and next stream we'll be doing the same thing.
Defeat you.
Duel.
The theme of the stream, if there was something like that, is really to focus on these particular character cards. So we are going to use Activate Skill, Attack the Graveyard, and... So this is a little awkward for sure, because I guess we do have to use the effect, but if we use the effect, then all of a sudden the Necrofusions are dead. So I'm going to go ahead and set them, and turn. Oh, nice, Chris. Nice. And so, yeah, on Monday, we are going to do the usual dual room stream that you guys are used to when you're here. But specifically for the Kaiba Corporation Cup, which is only a couple of times a year, really, we do focus on stuff. We do really want to make sure the pop filter is correctly in front there. Oh, that's what's up. I forgot my little hook here. Setting up the stream on the stream. How do I... Oh, it's down here. Okay. Now I got it. Very fascinating, right? If I don't have the pop filter on, whenever I say the letter P, there's too much wind into the microphone, and then you guys get some weird sounds. But that's fixed now, so we're good on that. We're gonna go ahead and Pokémon it. I don't trust him. So face down. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. So I assume he's going to destroy our monster with an effect. He is, which is actually the wrong call for him, because now my Necrofusion is available. Yeah, he's ending his turn. Here we go. So we're going to go ahead and make Bloom Diva. And he's not defenseless, but this will definitely help quite a bit. Wow, I didn't know we had Simpsons memes. Thank you, Juice Foxfire. Usually we're going to go for quite a few hours, so if you want to, stick around and cheer or come back after you've done whatever it is you got to do. I'm happy to see you and say hi again. Draw. Okay, so that's super helpful. Battle phase.
Bloom Diva, attack! Wrecking refrain!
Oh, he's got a Sphere Karibo there. Interesting.
End my turn. Can't wait to see what you're gonna try.
It's a really good card. I definitely run 3 Books of Moon in this deck. Not every deck needs 3 Books of Moon, but hey, if you got 2, that actually is a pretty good start for a lot of different spell and trap lineups for different decks. Oh, he doesn't. You're right, because he's not Seto Kaiba.
Activate my monster's effect.
Not a big deal. And we still haven't, used our other Necrofusion should we need it. I don't know what 9 gets him out of this situation, and if there are any 1-tune or 10s that he could use either.
Allow me to show you.
Seems like we are getting the Synchro summon. Unless we're getting... Oh, no, it's an Xyz summon. Sylvan Princess Sprite. Okay. And he's going to, let's see. Excavate the top card. And he sent it to the graveyard. It was just that. Okay, I assume we're going to see White Soda Ancients, but that's fine, because the Necrofusion's totally dead. Yeah, we are seeing... Not White Soda Ancients, excuse me. Dragon Spirit of White from the White Soda Ancients.
Show me how strong you really are.
Don't overthink it.
Okay. Let's draw for turn, and I don't want him to Xyz summon, and the Sylvan doesn't seem that scary, so we're just going to turn this to attack mode, and battle phase, and I know we can bring it back. Oh, I guess I should get rid of the Sylvan, but I'm kind of, okay. We know he has the ability to get a Blue Eyes back in his hand, and we know there still is a Blue Eyes back in his hand. And we're not really afraid of him destroying my card, but I want him to have to work as hard as possible. So I think I'm actually going to destroy this because I don't want him to get the... Oh, looks like he had something. I really don't want him to get, I don't know, a Forbidden Lance, Forbidden Chalice. In this case, Forbidden Chalice. But he could reveal that off the top of his deck with his Sylvan Princess Sprite. It's wild to see that, by the way. Okay.
From my hand,
Should I be like, oh no?
activate a quick play spell.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so he's gonna flip it face down, so then it's gonna be destroyed. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. So, youch. Uh-oh.
Come out. I summon a monster.
We're actually dead because make Vermilion Dragon Mech, destroy the face down, and then turn this to attack mode, and that's it. That doesn't necessarily mean I made the wrong choice, because if I hadn't picked that, he could have just normal summoned a tuner, made Vermilion Dragon Mech, targeted my monster, and then Book of Mooned it. So he actually found, like, legitimately the out. And unfortunately for me, there ain't nothing coming after that.
I activate my monster.
Oh, but there's more coming for him because he actually can still review the Blue Eyes White Dragon in his hands. Yep, there it is. Wow, we got beat by not Seto Blue Eyes. Not sure what skill he's using that would justify playing this gentleman over Seto, but... Oh, beat down? Okay.
Let's battle.
The darkness.
Attack with this.
Score, save me. Unfortunately, score does not get you out of every situation, so yeah. That makes us, what, 1-1 now to Blue Eyes, or 2-1? 66%, yeah, 66%. Beep, 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 beep. Well, buckle your seatbelt, because this is going to be a bumpy ride, apparently, as we continue to crawl our way out of the muck and into the higher numbers. I will be right back. Having a couple of spare water bottles will be helpful if we're going to be here for a while. Oh, wow, that is a hand.
My turn.
That is a hand.
I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
Would have been nice to go second with one of these. I mean, it might be good. He might never be able to do anything to us.
I'll set a card. I end my turn. Don't overthink it.
What should our next move be?
Draw. Oh, okay, so all of a sudden this is like the best hand ever. All right, Ostinato, let's go.
My set card, Ostinato.
All right. What do I want to do? If this card's destroyed, opponent's card effects. I think I'm just gonna put Bloom Diva in defense mode. I mean, I don't know what he's gonna do against Bloom Diva in defense mode, so send and send. Here's our Bloom Diva. I could have made like Schuberta, but I didn't want to like depend everything on Schuberta, when I could just throw 3 Books of Moon down and just call it a turn. So set.
I'll set a card.
Set. This was a cool hand to have before. Nowadays, it's a cool hand a lot of people are seeing.
I'll set a card.
All right, so your move. Oh, I forgot I had a Konami mail day today. Do you guys want to see some Konami mail? Might be cool. There might be some of it in the background, actually, like right here. If not, that's fine too. But got some neat new stuff for sure.
That is the correct move.
I didn't get a Baroness, no. I got something that I thought was a new box of cards when I wasn't supposed to get a new box of cards, and it wasn't. Oh, hey! Thank you, Lightning. Thank you. All right, so we still can get quite a bit of things done here. So why don't we summon Soprano? And we could use that to summon Mozarta. So activate skill. And we'll put this in the graveyard. And we'll summon this to the field in sack mode. And then we'll use Mozarta's effect to bring out Chopina.
I special summon a light fairy type
No.
monster from my hand.
They're not trying to scare me. No, what it was, and I don't think I'm going to open this, but I do want to show you this to you guys. I had no idea I was getting this, but it was actually a follow-up from the Arc 5 event. It is specifically the official Emperor's Key, right? The golden key necklace. And it comes in like a fully sealed, like there's a little tab there, fully sealed Konami-style box. And I'm like, I don't want to open this. Not until it's time to cosplay Yuma. So... well, that was supposed to be safe. Okay, so I'm gonna activate my effects.
I activate Chopina.
But I was really surprised by that. That, like, wasn't supposed to be a thing I was getting. It's not, but I got another one of those. I ordered one of those from a store in Japan. Another copy of the puzzle that we solved that's still here, so it's not like I'm trying to do anything with the puzzle itself, right? But it was kind of fun, and I kind of really want to, like, solve it when I'm old. I know, cards, games, and one man. Do I want to turn this to attack mode? I really don't. I'm just going to go battle phase, and we're going to start with Mozarta.
Attack, Mozarta!
That man, Pheromone. I just really wanted to have it for, like, my old age. I know that sounds really weird, but, like, you know, thousands of years from now in retirement, I thought it'd be nice to kind of, like, try to do that again when I forgot about, you know, everything.
At this moment,
Okay, so we got a Regeki. That's fine. What are we targeting? Are we targeting Mozarta? Well, it doesn't matter if it's face up or face down, so we'll go ahead and let that happen. Not a big deal. And then attack for 23. And he didn't discard another zombie, so, like, nothing's happening so far. And we know he's getting another zombie now, but it's getting another zombie we can book a moon.
I end my turn.
But I just thought it'd be neat, so yeah, I did pick one of those up. Other stuff from the Konami box. Hold on, let me grab the goodies, because I know you guys might be interested. The doxing side facing me, at least. And... So it actually first starts with a letter that more stuff's coming, which is really, really exciting. But I got a bunch of Duel Links playmats in here that I hadn't seen before. One of them I never thought was going to happen to me. We've talked about the Seto Kaiba anniversary mat before. This is to celebrate the 4th anniversary of Duel Links and the launch of Dark Side Dimensions World. But the other one that I never thought I was going to get is the Grand Tournament. And it's to celebrate, you know, 5D's World, of course. But there are, like, a few physical mats that exist. And for Duel Links specifically, right? And it's just been wild to slowly but surely be able to catch up on those throughout my work in the Yu-Gi-Oh community.
go, Yuma.
So we are seeing a new zombie-type monster here. And I guess we can go ahead and just activate Book of Moon and just make him think that I'm using one of my best cards. And I am using one of my best cards, I just have multiple copies of it face down. But we are going to go ahead and target his monster, so if he wants to use that quick play effect, he'll have to use it now. And then the last thing I got, which this one I can open because it's not sealed, is no response. Okay, so the way this comes is it's openable just like that, and it's a Duel Links commemorative, like, giant version of the necklace. And you might think, well, what's so special about it? It is this giant coin. And so on one side, you know, it says Studio Dai, Suisha, Tokyo TV, Kazuki Takahashi, and Konami, and then the Duel Links logo on one side. And then the other side, I guess that is a puzzle, right? How am I going to jigsaw that out of here? But that's just kind of a neat little thing that I've got to figure out how to, like, prop up as a display stand. So just friendly mail day from Konami. All right, so no response. So he's ending his turn.
What should our next
Upgrade of our opponent to be patient too while I'm explaining things to you guys. Speaking of which, though, the only thing we need to explain at this point is what we're going to do next in the duel. We do have some traps in the graveyard, I believe. No, we don't actually. So this is, like, totally viable. Set that. Turn this to attack mode. Activate the effect here. And we're going to grab Sonata. No response. The big coin's really, really neat. I know I've seen them floating around in the Yu-Gi-Oh universe, and so it's very nice to have one that I can call my own for sure. So sort of, yeah, Shuberto would be really, really good right here. Absolutely. However, I'm having fun just, like, not worrying about his synchro monsters because we have all these face downs. So I'm gonna start here just to see how much he wants to protect this monster. Now that's interesting. He's trying to do that. That's fine. I'm gonna let that resolve and have fun with that as a Book of Moon later. Not gonna worry about that. So yeah, whoops, my effects are gonna resolve. Or aren't going to resolve, excuse me. Yes, we'll continue the attack, and we'll just continue on hitting the synchro monster.
At this moment,
I flip over my set.
Alright, so now he's gonna Ballista Squad. And he's targeting that card. That's fine by me. Attack for 23.
It's your moment to attack, Shopina.
I'm not sure why he didn't try to get rid of my Bloom Diva, because it can be destroyed now, but I guess he forgot about that. Is that True Draco? Is True Draco.
That is the correct.
It's like just True Draco with just some cards in it. I should laugh, but there's just something so like excellently straightforward about that deck.
Just go, I draw.
All right, time to have a little fun. Why don't we book a moon?
I use the card I set.
Target our monster.
I activate a quick play spell.
Yuma.
Oh, now he's gonna use bad aim. Target a card on the field. That's fine. We can go ahead and let that get destroyed. We kind of like snuff out another trap card too, which is nice. Still only got the one, so what we're gonna do now is, I think activate the skill here. Oh, hey, Kira. Just keeping to the usual here, we are enjoying the new Kaiba Corporation Cup Stage 2, right? So it's our job today to beat as many duelists as possible. Really gotta wiggle that one back in. Oh, speaking of puzzles that I'm not good at. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're fine. Also, yes, I'm aware that the timer's about to run out, but we're good. Because all we gotta do is special summon in attack mode. Set a card. Set a card. I want to keep this in my hand, also because time's about to run out. We're just going to go battle and just try to attack him for game here. So it all really depends on what he's got.
I attack you directly.
At this moment.
That's fine.
Check out my
Put that to off. Let that go, and then I think we're good. I think he's got... Oh, he hasn't chosen a target yet. Okay, so just 17. And, yeah, we're done.
You have not lost yet, Yuma.
It has. Only since Monday, though, if I remember correctly. I'm sorry that you didn't get to see the last stream. If you missed, I feel like you were present at the Jesse Anderson one. All right, so this is gonna be weird. I assume she's gonna like send to the graveyard. Yeah, just the summon ice skull, which is like not even a big deal. And then I'm just gonna use on right there to use Book of Moon. Oh, we gotta be so fast. Target. Hit back. I think we're okay. I think we're okay.
No matter how bad it gets,
Draw for turn. Let's go ahead and flip summon. And we'll be relatively straightforward about this. No showboating because, well, we're wanting to lose, right? All right, we're good. All right, do. All right, those get big follower bots are actually sending me direct messages now. So they're not just trying to harass us in private. Up to a 75% win rate, so not doing too bad out of our first 4 duels. But obviously, this event is way more than 4 duels. He was. I hope we'll see that Jesse Anderson fellow sometime soon. Maybe in future videos. And I'm looking forward to December. I don't know if we're gonna have a December cosplay stream, but we might. And if it's not gonna be December, it might be like early January. And that's a good idea, by the way. If there is somebody who's like right there, physically right on the other side of this, you probably should be paying attention to them and not me. So I do appreciate that. Or just say that with a straight face. All right, so. Interesting. Majestic Light.
I know what to do. I summon a monster.
Present. Yeah, presents. Oh, it's Sylvan. Return a tuner in your hand. He revealed that. Play a Majestic. Oh, interesting. This is a Sylvan deck using that skill. Oh, that's cool. That's like really like intelligent, I hate to say. It's really neat to see like Sylvan Princess Sprite basically bring Sylvans back to life. Okay, so he lost his copy plant, which doesn't do a whole lot from the graveyard. Yeah, same vibe exactly. Like, hopefully your Thursday was good. If your Thursday wasn't good, I hope it gets better. It's Friday now. Okay. So
I special summon a monster.
discard to special summon. Oh, it kind of works like what's it called? Zombie Master, actually.
I activate my monster.
Okay, and then Sylvan Martial Leaf, which I know is like the big problem card from this deck. Okay.
I end my
It's my
turn.
turn.
Weird. Okay. Oh, he activated it, so he had to target a card. No, he chose to target a card to destroy. I'm not really sure why he did that. Ostinato, let's go. By the way, this is a one of, and I have drawn it every single time. Like, every single time. Oh, it has to be two monsters exactly. So, I think I'm just gonna do Bloom Diva. And we'll send what we gotta send, really. Oh, we could send this from our hand. No, we'll put that in the graveyard. Just as good. And yeah, we'll do what we've been doing. Because it kind of makes those cards searchable. So we do have Bloom Diva. And then we're gonna go set. Set a bluff. And set. I mean, we'll see, we'll see. So we're gonna do 800. Wow, okay. First turn surrenders. This is my new Cyber Dragon deck. This is my new Blackwing deck. And you might think to yourself, whoa, Pheromone, you're gonna have to explain. There are no Cyber Dragons or Blackwings in them. What I mean by that is this is my Kaiba Corporation deck. And the way I usually play the Kaiba Corporation Cup is it's all about quick wins, right? So the quicker I can flip these wins, or even the quicker I can lose, the quicker I can get to my next game. And so as we're racing basically to see how many wins we can stack up, this just seems to be the deck built for that, at least right now. Ah, you can't currently trade, and I don't think they're going to add that. Why are they not going to add that? Well, a couple of different reasons, right? One is they want to discourage people from real money trade. And you might have seen that MMO is referred to as RMT. Why is that so? If I could give you a card, right? If you didn't want to get Book of Moon, but you really wanted a Book of Moon, I could say, well, if you gave me X amount of dollars or whatever currency you're using, I'll trade you my Book of Moon. And they do that in a lot of other games that do have online trading. They basically sell trades on eBay. And I think that's one of the reasons why they don't want us to be able to have access to that. The other reason they don't want us to have access to that, of course, is, well, they want each individual person to try to get their cards as hard as they can. And, you know, it's one of those things where it does keep us trying to unlock as many cards as we can if we can't trade them with our friends. So probably no and no, unfortunately, on that. And I think that's also going to be the same for Master Duel for exactly the same two reasons. And welcome back, Aichi. All right, I'm gonna activate Mystical Space Typhoon here. Because if I don't, I literally can't set my other card. It's not safe. Then I'm gonna summon Soprano. But, I think I just want to keep these both in attack mode.
Feeling nervous?
Because, you know,
My turn.
you don't really need Ostinato or Bloom Diva here because, as we know,
My hand.
oh, it's
Field
Trionids.
spell activates.
Didn't need a Space Typhoon after all. Whoops.
Come on out. I summon a monster in attack position. My
All right.
field spell activates.
You get 500, and you can draw a card, then discard a card. And if a face-up field spell, so we just want to Book of Moon this real fast.
You sure you want to do that?
And I think that like offsets almost everything immediately. So he still gets his draw and discard, but he doesn't get his extra normal set. So I think we're okay. He might already have the Golem like in his hand, but we'll see. We'll see.
From my
Oh,
hand,
he had another field spell, so he does get to search the
my
Golem.
field spell activates.
Yeah, you could. And so they could easily add like those items can't be traded because they do that in MMOs all the time, you know, massive multiplayer online games. And they have items that you can and cannot trade, or maybe you could trade them if you don't use them, but once you use them, they're yours for keeps. But Pokemon had that, and, you know, it just creates some problematic interactions like that I described. So we're probably not going to see those anytime soon. But the good news is that means that you don't have to worry about, you know, putting in money or giving somebody else money because of their luck, right? You don't have to buy any cards. And then, yeah, market prohibited. We used to call these rare EX EX meaning exclusive, non-tradable, and then rare was you can only own one of those items. So it was rare and EX. It was like, this is your mug, and this is the only mug you're ever gonna get.
My field spell
Hey Nathan and hey Pink Chicken, how you guys doing?
Come on out. I
Oh, good deal, good deal. That's what this time of the year is usually about, right? It's about, well, getting to do what you had missed out on.
Going down.
All right, before damage calc, so
Score to the graveyard.
1400.
Getting warmed up.
I got a funny feeling
My turn.
his face down is probably the Trianid. So I'm gonna try to fuse, see if he stops it.
I've been
There it is. Yeah, Trianid Pulse. Does he activate the effect now? I can't believe we, like, drew the Mystical Space
My
Typhoon.
continuous trap activates.
We just happened to draw it. So he's gonna banish those two, target the monster. Nope, sorry, friend.
My hand.
Mystical Space Typhoon. I'm seeing that he doesn't really have very many win conditions anymore. Let's see. Private monsters can't be destroyed by card effects. Okay, if this card is in the field zone, sent to the graveyard. They gain 500 defense. So what was its defense originally? Let me go scroll up to where I activated Book of Moon. Book was right here. And so he... So it'll be 1600 defense. So do I want to make the big thing? Well, first off, actually, we could just enjoy this.
I activate Shopina's effect.
And so we're gonna get that, and we could just go attack. Or we could fuse and do a whole lot. I think we're just gonna attack, actually, same deal.
Battle.
So we'll do this. Uh-oh. I think something might happen. It looked like it lagged for just a second, right? No response. 14. So he might still have a comeback, but honestly, like, Score the Melodious Diva in my hand really protects us both, so I think we're all right.
I draw.
This is when I
Okay, that's it. That's all he had. Draw for turn. Yeah, we're just gonna set battle.
I'll set a card battle. Go!
That's all she wrote.
I'll-
So we actually played a duel that we won all the way through to the end, which is something we hadn't been doing yet. But that does bring our win rate up to 83% out of 6 duels. And yeah, let's see if we can keep those good vibes going. I can see that with his big ace way to get rid of things is to destroy things. Can't destroy me, so yeah, we're fine. Excuse me. All right, let's see.
You chose cute.
I love how it just says second
because
stage
dual
duelist.
painting is our thing.
Speaking of which,
You think I'm scared? Find out
might be
how
doing a whole
wrong
lot of
you
dual painting on
are.
both sides here.
Let's duel. It's my
Okay, they're gonna go
turn.
first.
Setting a monster. I'll set a card.
Okay.
I set a card.
Okay.
It's my. Can't wait to see what you're. I draw.
It is not as hard a deck to build as others, so when you say you need help with it, what is it that isn't coming to you naturally? Okay, so we got rid of the Mystical Space Typhoon. Now we can set something safely. And we'll go in Ostinato.
Activate my spell card, Ostinato.
Oh yeah, big one. I mean, it really just depends. I'm never gonna give you guys direct, like, instructions, because that's not my job. That's your job to figure out what you want to do. But I do love Super Sentai, and I definitely love Big One. So yeah, you might have a lot of fun as that. Let's see. I'm gonna... might actually shoot... I don't want to shoot Berta. I'm just gonna Bloom Prima, and we'll see if we can't push the envelope here. So we're gonna send that to the graveyard, and we're gonna send that to the graveyard. Put that in attack mode.
My monsters harmonize to become my show-stopping.
Alright, so here's Bloom Prima. And here is this monster. Oh, anytime. Alright, so... battle phase. 25?
Attack, Bloom Prima.
Solo.
Activates when she's destroyed in battle.
Okay, special summon just one melodious monster from your deck of any kind. Interesting.
Guard.
Okay. Attack with this one.
Soprano the Melodious.
25.
Attack, Bloom Prima.
She have something face down? She might.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I use the card I set. I activate.
Not the worst situation to be in.
Harmonize to form a perfect musical blend.
It's just a Schuberta, though.
Make your.
Well, that's wild. Yes, I'll continue the attack.
I know what to do. Shoot their top.
Did it go into damage calc?
Chorus break.
Oh, yeah, it did, because I just set the treacherous trap hole, which is fine. Okay, went for our own traps and went for our spells. Yeah, use Bloom Prima.
Went to the graveyard, so her effect activates.
Grab a score to look awfully threatening, and then my turn.
Thinking, just go for it.
Actually, no, like, I love Big One because I watched Jacka. I watched, you know, Jack, Ace, King, Queen. And, well, you know, just one of those things where I really enjoyed it. All right, so, waiting for our next opponent here. So I feel like this one's pretty much in the bag, right? You might not think so yourself, but honestly, a treacherous trap hole followed up by first movement solo. It's gonna be really, really good. But yeah, no, Gokaiger's great, but it is not what introduced me to any of those shows. It introduced me to Gokaiger, right? Because I had seen all the other Super Sentai prior to that. Okay.
I activate Shopina's effect.
What's the target? Weird. That's the target? Yeah, no response. No response at all.
I set a card.
Still no response. End of main phase? Ending turn. Treacherous trap hole.
That won't work. I flip over my set card.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait.
That makes sense. I mean, Mega Ranger's really good. I liked it,
I draw.
actually better than Power Rangers in space.
I activate my set
Oh, nice. Mario Maker 2 is so good. All right, Nathan. This is your Mario Maker 2 YouTuber list. If you want to type in all of this into YouTube, and then DGR. If you're not already watching those are like the best people you should be watching for that particular game. Because I love Mario Maker, I really do. And I'm definitely watching quite a few of those. I think this person might have disconnected. They might just know that they're out of luck. He might not. I mean, he didn't summon Bloom Diva. And connection failed. Wink, wink. Oh, neat. Ima no その前はこの前は多分あんたは日本へ行きましたから知りません Didn't know that you ever been to Japan. Yes, I'm not talking about that Carl Sagan. And I assume it's a birthday and not a birth year, because that guy was, well, different gentleman from a different age.
It's duel.
Yeah, pretty much, but he didn't choose to do it.
My turn.
I got a funny feeling this might be a Gaia deck, because it's really the only time...
It's done.
It's my turn.
Draw for turn. I don't know what he's doing, but let's find out.
I activate my
First movement solo.
First movement solo.
And yeah, we'll just do the basic stuff. I have a funny feeling that the right thing to do here is to try to OTK now and then try to OTK again later. So we're gonna grab Chopina and then activate.
I activate Shopina's effect.
Okay. It's not bad, but it is exclusive, right? It has cut something out of your complete Duel Links experience. And you may say, well, I don't want my complete Duel Links experience to include losing to people for no reason. That's okay, you're allowed, But there are still more things to do. All right, speaking of which, activate.
Using a fusion spell.
Do I want to do the attacker twice? Yeah, I'll do the twice attack, okay.
My monsters harmonize to become more. My shows.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna go set 3,
I set a card.
bizarrely enough.
Set a card. I set a card.
All right.
Thanks for the
Wow! He didn't like the set cards at all. I guess he figured that whatever he was going to use to protect his life points, nothing else was going to happen. You're right. I probably should start making more Shubertas. If I'm going to do the twice attack anyway, you might as well do like the continual anti-graveyard stuff because it's a very DD crowable format. So you want to add Pokémon, but your deck's getting cramped. Well, here's the thing. A lot of people run that deck with even more cards because you could always search the Mystical Space Typhoon as long as you draw the Destiny Heroes. So you don't technically have to cut any cards out. You could just add them. But if it feels a little cramped, Solid Soldier is good, but I feel like Solid Soldier has to be like the exact right situation, and that's going to be a little bit more bricky than most. But yeah, it's up to you. Clear. Hey, you know, Transmigration Prophecy is actually kind of better, right? Not searchable, but it does hit too. Alright, so Dragonhawk, he's doing stuff. It's weird that he just set a monster. Oh, he tributed to Set, so he tributes Set. Okay. That makes more sense. We know what he could do, but I'm just gonna go Ostinato. Do I want to go like Ostinato attack split? I think I do. Or we could do Bloom Diva and kind of force his hand. Or do I want to do the split? Send and send.
My monsters harmonize, become more. My shows.
Or I could, well, wait till he brings somebody out. No, I'm gonna do it. Set.
Set a card.
Set.
I set a card.
Set.
I set a card. The concert.
What did he set?
Attack, Bloom Prima.
Oh, he's got something in his hand. Okay, so he set that, so he's going to be able to special summon.
My monster's effect activates. Watch.
Oh, interesting. He did another one of these. I will. What's his graveyard look like? I think I'm fine just leaving the mismatched levels. So I am going to put the fusion materials back on the field. So we got our level 8, and we have our special summoned one, equally in attack mode, use Bloom Prima, and just bounce itself back. So that's like not bad. I haven't Ostinato like that ever, and now I've done it twice in 2 duels back to back, so interesting. So it is a different voice actor, but it's somebody who took over from Chaz, I think from like episode 50 and on. So it is an original Chaz, but it may not be the Chaz you're thinking of. No response. If he was smart, he'd bring out a Thunder Dragon Dark. Oh, we just searched a Thunder Dragon. Okay. Excuse me. But it's just one of those things that they can't always get that guy on hand. It is a job, and you know there are very many jobs you can have as a voice actor, different contracts, different scheduling. And either he couldn't do the voice, or maybe he didn't want to because he had other contracts he'd lined up at the time, and they just caught him at a bad time. I don't know the actual one on that, but I have a lot of theories from just being around that industry.
Watch. My monster's effect activate. My monster's.
All right, this is gonna be weird.
My monster's effect.
Oh no. He hasn't activated any Thunder Dragon Lights yet. Yeah, we gotta go ahead and do it.
Perfect. I use the card I
And I'll just destroy both his monsters, just to kind of ease off on the tribute bait and so on and so forth. It's probably gonna destroy the face downs, but the good news is, as long as we survive, we can first movement solo. I would assume he would get rid of the Maestra.
I special summon a monster.
Okay, so he's shuffling a bunch of cards back into his deck, drawing 3 new cards. And then now that he has those cards, he's going to destroy just the face downs. Okay, well, gives us bodies to protect ourselves. So it wasn't that I got into voice acting. Oh, I certainly do a lot of, we do a lot of voice acting with this microphone. I actually was just in the anime convention industry since like 2003, and I got a lot more serious into it in about 2007. And so I was just literally around voice actors, ADR directors, animation companies all the time. And then 2009 rolled around, I started working with Konami. Well, then I was around a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh voice actors. So I've just been around the voice acting industry forever. It would be like, well, if you had just been around police officers forever or lawyers forever, just another profession. You may not have been that, but you know a lot about it just through osmosis. Draw. Okay. So we could just go ahead and set one of these cards. We can go ahead and activate a skill here. I'm not really sure what he's choosing to do, but we don't mind that much. Because we can just go ahead and grab this monster over here. And then we can special summon it. And yeah, just start battling. Battle. So I guess 17 to start with. Like 5,000 years. I never talk about any personal information though, so you're not gonna get birth dates. You're not gonna get a whole lot. 3,000. Okay. 28. Apparently he wanted to lose. Interesting. So, there's no one right path into voice acting, and I don't want to do what Chloe Bennett did to me. Okay, so I said I had a Chloe Bennett story a long time ago, and a lot of fans of Chloe Bennett, not trying to put Chloe on blast, but I once asked a very similar question that you just did, and Chloe Bennett's response to me is, acting. And I'm just like, Chloe, don't say that to people in public. Don't do that. But to a degree, she wasn't wrong, right? And so as this is rebooting, I'll go ahead and let you know. A lot of voice acting is two things, right? It's being able to make the voice and then be able to be the character. And so we've talked a lot about like getting in that headspace, right? You can't just make a voice. You have to be able to make that voice be mad. You have to be able to make that voice be happy. You have to be able to make that voice not believe that it's seeing something tragic. Like, what do you mean, right? But to do the voice part, which is kind of the more funny and practical, more interesting thing, the way to get your voice higher is to tighten what you do with your throat. And so that's why when you grab it, all of a sudden you start to sound like this, right? Don't do that, by the way. Don't choke yourself. But the more pressure that is artificially on your throat, I don't even really have to be like trying, and I can remodulate my voice a little bit by like doing different things here, and it just kind of naturally does it. So that's how you get a higher voice, right? You start as deep as you can go, and the more that you tighten your throat up, it gets up here. So really, that's all you got to do in order to get a high-pitched voice. And obviously, you've got to experiment with that so you can continue to be part of that character in the same vibe. The way you get a deeper voice is the same thing. You just do it backwards. You just loosen your voice, loosen your cheeks a little bit, and all of a sudden, it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper the more space you take up right here. Oh, and hey, thanks, Jack. Is that 9 Atlas? Yeah, I guess that is from Atlas from 9. All right, speaking of 9, I think we've only had 9 duels so far, so we kind of have to get back into it. But how does one get into it? The same way you get into anything. You got to do it. And I know that sounds horribly secular, right? How am I going to voice act? Well, get voice acting experience. Well, how am I going to get voice acting experience? Voice act. But like many different professions, you just got to get your foot in the door. So do your research. Figure out how you're going to release your demo reel. Demo reel, right? I can just type that up. Demo reel.
I'll do everything.
Or your demo tape, right? That'll show how in the 80s you are.
From the tough
and then get it out there, right? And start auditioning. And it's hard. It's one of those things like how do you start streaming? You stream, and then eventually you make friends, right? Just like we're friends. But it is true that the more you do it, the easier it will become, the more you'll understand it. But you should do your research for sure. Oh, cool. Yeah, I stream all the time. One of the things I don't do that much, Jack Atlas, is as somebody who sees my Instagram pretty often, you don't often see me tell you to smash that like button, right? That's for other people's stuff, and that's okay they do that. But I'm not a big advertiser, and so I could see that happen, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I deprived you of all the fun that we could have been having together. Speaking of fun, by the way, switch over here to... Oh, no. This is going to be weird. Because I actually realized I don't have the best matchup on. But yeah, that is something you'll see from voice actors, especially Western voice actors. Western voice actors like to like pull their hair and squeeze their cheeks and do all kinds of stuff. They might do that at other places, but I know I've like specifically seen Mark Hamill just be like tearing his own hair out as he's being the Joker, right? You just gotta get into it.
It's my turn.
Oh, good deal. And that's really like something that people do want. Okay, so it's a slash dragon. Wasn't what I was expecting. Target that face down, say goodbye to it. Okay, that's only when a red eye's attacks, right? When a red eye's monster declares an attack. So we just want to like set a bunch of cards. Maybe just 2 for now. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. Just call you the master of faster. Fine. Jackie works just fine for me. All right, let me go activate. And it's gonna be a little weird, but I'm doing it anyway. Then we're gonna activate. I'm gonna grab this. This is why it's so weird. Because this only boosts it by 500 attack and defense. So we are gonna lose this monster, but that's okay. Because we can get it back.
This is nothing.
My turn. Can't wait to see what you're gonna try.
Here goes. It's mine.
But yeah, it is one of those things where it isn't just about voice acting. It's not about doing voices, not about just being able to do accents, right? It is about being able to inhabit that space in the character. And so whatever voice you can do, even if it's a voice that you don't think is very interesting, right? Could just be your natural speaking voice. As long as you can do something with this voice, let's return. The player equips an equip card. Target 1. I think we do have to go ahead and treasure trap pull him. I don't want him to go any further than that.
I flip over my set card.
But what I mean by inhabiting the space of the characters, once you've got a weird voice you can do, or even your own voice, practice just doing stuff with that voice, right? If you have to make a customer service phone call, right? If you got to call somebody to say, hey, where's my package? What are you guys doing, etc. Try.
Use the card I set. I activate a trap.
Try just like doing the voice over the phone. Right, being like, hey, I just wanted to like see if like my order was going to arrive on time because I just got like a message that said it wasn't going to arrive on time. And just go through the conversation just like whatever your characters can be. Hey, Josh, good, by the way, good. I'm sorry that you missed us. I think you missed us on Wednesday. I want to say you weren't here on Wednesday. But we're here on Friday, so glad to have you. Battle phase. All right, it's another win. But that's always been my advice. You know, and that comes from just listening to a lot of voice actors talk about what it is they do. And we went through a little like drill exercise last stream. I can't believe we're doing so good so fast. So we got 9,000 points. Is that good? Is that bad? Let's see. Ranking. Global ranking with 9,000 points. To be in the top 20,000, so this hasn't updated yet. You just have to have 4,000 points. To be in the top 5,000 worldwide, you just have to have 10,000. So one more win, and we're already in the top 5,000 duelists in the world. It's pretty cool. Well, Nox, but this is the thing. Don't get so mad at that stall duelist that you lose sight of the fact that quick wins are what make you a winner in the Kaiba Corporation Cup. You can make more wins by just getting out of that duel and going to the next one, because this is one of the few events where scooping is selected for. All right, apparently I'm not dueling that person at all, so we'll try the next one. But yeah, I mean, if you guys ever want to, you know, ask about voice acting, I can certainly give some of the insights I have in terms of character and technique and what auditions feel like and what it actually does look like behind the booth and what 3 beeps mean. Man, if you're not ready for 3 beeps, you might need to do a little bit more homework. But it's relatively easy once you get the hang of it.
I'll show you. Here, watch this. I activate my monster.
So it's really funny. Like the writers on Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, you know, people joke that it's like the official abridged series. They're doing what I would always describe as like straight-faced jokes or straight-faced puns. It happens in Pokemon and Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot, where the characters weren't joking then, but it's, you know, meant to sell, you know, directed towards kids when it comes here to North America and other territories. So they will tell a joke straight-faced, right? Like that's one time, like in Duel Camp, right? And I can't believe Cyber said that, but they kept that in, and he just says it straight-faced. That's all. Good old straight-faced jokes. Oh, cool, Chris. Congratulations.
Star Guardian Special Tech Genus Screw Serpent.
I've certainly enjoyed this particular Kaiba Corporation Cup, but it might just be because I'm playing a deck that I happen to both enjoy, but it's doing quite a bit. That said, Vox, you're a resident TG player. You play more TGs than really anybody I can think of. Am I trying to watch out for something, or am I worrying about
destroy a spell or a trap?
Is he gonna just make the biggest monster and not try to do a Delta Excel on my turn? I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I end my turn.
Overthink it. Just
Okay, he is gonna try to Delta Excel. I didn't get any Books of Moon. Why don't we start with an Ostinato?
I activate my
Because at least Ostinato pushes him towards having to play something that deals with this monster. So I'm gonna send this to the graveyard, and I will send this to the graveyard. Put that in attack mode.
sing together.
Wow, I won! You're saying just make it and just go for it. Okay, well I definitely want to get rid of this monster, and I could. No, that's 17. Is this a deck that I want to make Schuberta against? Because it definitely feels like a Schuberta deck. We could still keep playing. Wow, let's do this. Goodbye, Soprano. And hello, Chopina, actually. Oh, cool. Activate. We're gonna get the score back just in case he tries to do anything funny. Then set these 2 cards and profit, right? Because the next thing we want to do is special summon our monster. I don't feel like I want to set too much. I want to wait till after his Black Rose for that. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to like set the Treacherous Trap hole. And then enter battle phase, see if he tries to Black Rose. If he does Black Rose, yes, we'll lose some stuff, but like we set up for a more longer lasting victory. Maybe I should have waited for that. Yeah, because here's that. Okay.
Monster. Observe.
So he's gonna Black Rose, no big deal.
Watch as I unlock the true power of
Oh, and now he's gonna make the 12. Okay. So while I can't destroy him by card effects, if he's pulling out Onimaru the Divine Thunder, we just have to like attack it and attack it, and it's gonna go up to 6,000. That's pretty funny. Yeah, continue my main phase. Set 1. Battle phase.
Battle.
Attack.
Bloom Diva.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Wrecking replace.
So yes.
Bloom Diva. Activate
All right, take 1,000. Okay,
my turn.
this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
I draw.
All right, Chris, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the deck list you just sent me.
Activate a spell.
No response. Oh, it is this one. That's cool. Maybe after. You know what's really funny? I'm gonna play this after the Kaiba Corporation Cup, and that's when they're just gonna snap it out of existence.
I activate my monster's effect.
That's only during the main phase, and that doesn't.
I activate my
That
monster.
doesn't help. I don't know what we're gonna do here, because we could just keep hitting him for 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. So voice acting is something that's really exciting, for sure, but I think a lot of people think, like, not how am I going to create characters? I think a lot of people see other voice actors receive love, right? Because voice actors are popular at anime conventions and other stuff like that. And I want to remind you guys that there's a lot of different ways you could do stuff that would make you loved and make you valid and make you contribute to society and make you feel all the ways you might have seen someone else treated and feel the same way
End my turn.
without all the stuff that voice acting demands of you, right? There aren't a lot of rich voice actors out there. It's not a big money-making draw, and I don't want you guys to think of it as a big money-making draw because, again, there's a lot of different ways you guys can be making money. So don't think of it like that. There's also a lot of different ways that you can express yourself creatively that don't require you to have that same level of commitment that you have to deal with when you're doing voice acting. So that's the other thing. Not trying to scare you, but, you know, for you guys to be cautious about that kind of stuff. Check this face down just to see. That's fine. Destroy it. But if you do want to make creating and being creative your thing, the thing you do to not die, right? Stay alive, contribute to society, etc. That's fine. And voice acting is unlike any other job for that reason if you end up being able to do that. But I've been around anime conventions for 20 years now, and I've seen a lot of people say, I'd love to get into voice acting. I want to be a voice actor, but I don't know if they're ready for what voice acting really can be. And so we're going to simulate voice acting in a very realistic way, in my opinion. Right after this duel, I'm going to show you guys just a sample of what it looks like, and you can practice. Hey, Legend of Stardust, and see if you still want to be a voice actor afterwards. And if you do, great, because the world does need more interesting characters. There's so many voices I don't hear, right, that are like older voices that nobody can do anymore, or are new voices that people aren't brave enough to go to audition with. Okay, I'm not scared at all.
I activate my monsters.
Okay, Brionaki's only got one target. Okay, no response. Attack me if you dare. Now, an impression is not voice acting. We'll get into that in just a second. I'm glad you can do that. Yeah, I'll take 900. That's not a big deal. Yeah, we'll take 900.
Here I go.
All right.
Take this.
Now it's time to have some fun.
Wanna do that? I flip
Hello.
my card.
Oh, I could do Schuberta. No, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna do this one. So we're gonna go banish and banish. So we're gonna lose those cards permanently, and we will put them in attack mode.
Together, a sensational duet.
Well, I haven't hit them yet, but I eagerly anticipate having to put in even more spell and trap removal.
That's the spirit.
The stage
I
is
end my
set.
turn.
Okay, draw. Wow, and we got a Book of Moon. Well, that's fun.
Card.
Battle phase, attack.
I know
It's got to be the Brionac. Not going to use our effect. Yeah, use this effect. Do 650. Loving the Book of Moon.
This duel
Bring
seriously.
it on.
But I have been around a lot of voice actors, and I too thought they were really cool. I did. So I will too think, well, you are really cool if you decide you still want to push through. Oh, nice, dude. That's good.
This is when
Good.
I really put on a
All right, draw. Yeah, let's Space Typhoon.
From my head,
What you got, buddy?
I activate a
Face down.
quick spell.
Hold it.
Okay, Book of Moon.
I
Is he
flip
just praying
over
that we don't know what to do?
I activate a quick play spell.
All right, flip summon
Blossom it.
and battle phase.
Concert's starting. Here goes.
Can't be destroyed by card effects, so can we destroy it by battle? No, we're gonna keep our card. Just do 1,000 damage.
Diva activates her effect. That one out blooms.
It's just one of those things where your results may vary. Eventually, you're gonna push through it, right?
It's
But if you're already frustrated and you don't see it being a meaningful use of your time, you also don't have to, right? Especially if you already got all the rewards you're gonna get. Okay, he surrendered. All right, so let's talk about what voice acting looks like and feels like. Oh, dude, 90% win rate's not bad, but it's only 11 duels, so let's not get too excited. Okay, you guys ready for voice acting simulation? Okay, because we're really doing this, and this is, to a degree, what it really feels like to be a voice actor, except we're gonna flip this. Oh, that's the wrong flip. We're gonna flip this. Okay, now we're where we're supposed to be, and sure, we'll have a little bit more color in our life here too. But what is the job of a voice actor? It is to do what? It's a voice act, right? And so this is really what voice acting basically feels like on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to turn off the volume of our game in the background, and I'm going to get a line, and we're just going to say this line. Because I'm actually really passionate about it, but I'm passionate about people like knowing what they're getting into. Let me get the voice actor 3 beeps. That's what I need. 3 beeps, timing to an animation VO session. Oh, cool.
There is one technique that lines up.
Yeah, show me the 3 beeps.
Start speak times there is a screen.
Blah, blah, blah. Where's my beeps? Okay, that is just way too... Okay, so one of the things you get in voice acting when you're like actually there is they'll tell you what the line is, right? You'll get a chance to read the line, and the line is going to be... I'm going to use Vox's line. I'm not going to push through it because I don't intend to push it through. So we're going to do that, and we're going to get voice... or 3 beeps. And what I want you guys to do is you're going to give me tips and tricks, but I want them to be the most preposterous different reads of the line you guys have ever heard, right? So, we're just gonna, I just need the cueing. Just give me the cue for the 3 beeps.
You might have seen video.
Oh no. Okay, we won't worry about the beeps. I'll just do the beeps myself. So I'm gonna do the line, and you guys are just gonna give me feedback, and it just needs to sound crazy, like you are trying to get me to say it in a different way every single time, right? So it's just beep, beep, beep. I'm not gonna push through it because I don't intend to push through, right? So there's the first one. So just say anything. Any feedback on how to change that performance. Not that it's good. You're never going to hear that when you're in a voice acting session. Not because you're not bad, but it's the job of the ADR, right? The Alternative Dialogue Replacement Director, to tell you how to do it different and to continue to tell how you do it different. And so if you're not sure what kind of feedback you can give, you could just say, no, it needs to be lighter. It needs to be a little bit more sarcastic, right? It's like, okay, yeah, boo, you suck. That's a great, there's some decent feedback. All right, I'm not going to push through it because I don't intend to push it through. And you're like, well, that's lighter, but you weren't jolly about it. Okay, fine. Fine, here we go. I'm not going to try to push, or excuse me. All right, let's redo the take. Let's redo the take. Beep, beep, beep. I'm not going to try to push through it because I don't intend to push through it, right? Just literally the line. Okay, and they're like, okay, that's good, but we want it to like the second through needs to be more like emphatic. Okay, fine. I'm not trying to push through it because I don't intend to push through it. It's like, that was good, but you messed up the word intent. Okay, fine. Can I do it from because? No, you got to start the lineup. Fine. Beep, beep, beep. I'm not going to try to push through it because I don't intend to push through it. It's like, okay, that's good. Now give us 4 more of those, just different, whatever you want. Okay. I'm not going to try to push through it because I'm not intending to push through it. Okay, you messed up the line on that, but just keep going. Okay, fine. I'm not trying to push through it because I don't intend to push through it. Okay, that's good. Keep going. And it's just literally that nonstop back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until you get what they would consider the take. And you'll know the take when you hear it. I'm not saying that to discourage you, but I want you to understand that when you're in the booth, yeah, 4-Leaf, I know you've got a little bit of experience in that field as well. When you're in that field, you have to be ready for creative feedback all the time. And even if it sounds right to you, it just isn't going to sound right to somebody else. And sometimes it doesn't matter if it sounds right to you, right? They might be, that's perfect, and I know why you're doing it. Don't do that. And you're like, oh, okay. And that just goes hours and hours and hours. Yeah, it needs to be more fun, right? I'm not trying to push through it because I'm not trying to push through it, right? There's just so many. It's like, well, that was good, but she sounded too anime. Okay, fine. I'm not trying to push through it because, well, I'm not trying to push through it. It's like, that's good, but you added well. Why'd you add well? I'm like, okay, fine. And it's a lot of just that nonstop. All right, let's see. I'm going to go ostinato. And we're just going to be brutal. Here we go. Bloom Diva. It could be Trimid, so we're gonna set the Treacherous Trap Hole, but that's it. Or maybe we'll just set the Book of Moon, actually. Ostinato, send it, and send it.
Sing together a sensational duet. I Fusion Summon.
Well, and we've had Yu-Gi-Oh! Formats like that before, where it just feels like you're just playing the cards, and whether or not the cards decide to play it. But you know, actually, for those of you guys who really are interested in voice acting, do you know who's like my favorite resources on this? It's actually James Arnold Taylor, and he did the voices of Obi-Wan and Tidus from Final Fantasy X, and just a whole bunch of stuff. I'm actually gonna do Treacherous Trap Hole, and then we're gonna end phase. But he's always my favorite voice acting, like, information. Yeah, he does do a class. He does. And it's a good class. But, like, he's my favorite as far as getting that info out there. Okay, so this is really interesting. All right, so he's going to do that. We're just going to start with Treacherous Trap Hole after he does his 2 normal summons. I think that's really good advice, honestly, Chris, especially with the name The King of Games, right? Of course you know. I do agree that the Kaiba Corporation Cup is about quantity of wins, which is why I love these decks that are just like, I won or I didn't win in the first or second turn, and not about quality of wins. So, all right, this is where it gets fun. because he's double normal summons.
I flip over my
And I know he's still going to be able to get to do stuff, but I just kind of want to slow him down a little bit.
My monster's effect activates.
Speaking of doing something here, this way you guys can actually see what cards he's playing, right?
I hope you're ready.
But yeah, I'm not trying to discourage you guys from voice acting. I would say the same thing if somebody said, hey, I want to be a lawyer. I would tell them all about the things that bring challenge to being a lawyer. And if they heard that and they still want to be a lawyer, then I definitely want them to be a lawyer. And that's the same thing too. If you guys hear all these, you know, interesting things about voice acting and you decide, no, I still want to do that, then good. That means you really do want to do it. If there's other things you like about voice acting, but maybe the day-to-day doesn't feel fun, there's other ways to take those things you like about voice acting, right? Being creative, being very outspoken, being out there, and you don't necessarily have to wait for, well, the voice acting part of it. Now, this is interesting. Oh, we did choose to synchro. Okay.
Let's count it on you, darling. I synchro summon a monster.
Oh, so I did.
Monster's effect activates.
You know, Kid Blunder, let's do that Monday. Let's take the most concentrated version of Yu-Gi-Oh! That we've had, right? The Kaiba Corporation Cup. And we're going to do the exact opposite on Monday. I don't know what I'll play, but yeah, Monday, or at least this Monday particularly, can definitely be like a no forbidden limited list Monday. Not tonight, though, because tonight we're trying to see how many points we can get. But Monday, for sure, right?
my turn.
All right, draw for turn.
I draw.
And, I mean, I like that he made it 500 because we just go crash and profit. Who else we got over here? Interesting cards in our grave. Yeah, let's try this. So, Soprano. And I want to go activate the skill.
It's my
And we're going to get Chopina. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's not the best deck. It's not. Or else I wouldn't be playing it, right? Because I hardly ever play the best deck. But it is a deck that feels pretty reliable, and so I do think it's meaningful to know how to play against it, what its strengths are, what its weaknesses are. And that also challenged me to be more creative.
battle.
Speaking about being more creative, let's go here.
Bloom Diva, attack.
Yes.
Bloom Diva activates her effect.
I'm only getting warmed up.
Tap.
It's your
Got it. And 17. And we got a single book of moon, so that kind of just like wraps this up in a nice little, just pull the wrapping paper over it, tie it up with a nice little bow. Because it does feel pretty wrapped up at this point when we have a single book of moon. Put that to on now. Nope. Not too shabby, kiddo. Okay. I mean, Performer Pals are a lot of fun. Wow, we're at 11,000 already. Okay, well, this is going pretty well. So that means it's time to go all the way up to just down until we crash into negative points, right? Yeah, it'll be really neat to see all of these very creative Duel Links duelists we've been playing all the time and see how their Duel Links matchup experience translates out into cards they want to choose to use. Because I think we're going to see more battle traps in Master Duel because more people are going to be interested in battling.
At my duel. I haven't
Wow,
found
okay,
my
40%
full
Harpies,
strength
30%
Even close.
Melodious, 20 D heroes, and 10% other decks. I feel like I'm just fighting the 10%.
Contract with the gates effect activates.
But yeah, Kid Blunder, if you're here Monday, it's gonna be a very fun time.
I set.
If you're not, well, the rest of us will be doing that. No Forbidden Limited List Cup.
Build your strategy.
Really? How weird.
Just
Okay.
slow it down.
Well then, I'm gonna start with Soprano. And we gotta do this pretty carefully. Special summon. Okay, he does have something. He must have just turned it to on. The 2 books that will help. The Necrofusion will help. Wow! Yeah, it will help.
My set card.
I don't think I anticipated that, but let me set. I assume we're gonna be fighting contract procrastination. I haven't used my skill yet,
Showing my full strength.
so we still
Not
could.
even close. It's my
I don't know if I'm gonna Necrofusion to a Schuberta.
Observe what
Contract procrastination.
I draw.
It's not even like he's procrastinating. It's like not paying your bill monthly
Gates effect activates.
ever. No response. Treacherous is good. It still would have hit me. I'm actually kind of glad that he did it then, because I didn't get to my Melodious Fusion, but I also didn't put my skill, like, basically in the trash can, right? Because we didn't use our skill yet. We just put 2 Melodious out. We didn't put any Maestros out.
Double D Swirl Slime's effect.
No response. I guess I could Swirl Slime, like, now?
Let rise a monster that burns bright with blazing power.
Okay, so there's the Flame King Genghis. Do I want to get rid of his graveyard now? I think I actually kind of do. Like, just those 2. And then I could banish the Necrofusion. Yeah, we're doing it. We're gonna stop this right now.
I use the card I set. I activate.
So here is Shuberta. We're gonna banish our 2 monsters. We're gonna put this out. We're set to on, which is great. We're gonna put a trap in our graveyard. We're gonna use the effect of our monster and take a trap card out of our graveyard, not his graveyard. Oh wait, no, that is ours. Okay, so these 3 cards. And then we're also gonna put Book of Moon on and switch his monster face down. Yeah, that would be like the best way to do it. It needs to store damage. Like when you would have taken 4,000 damage, then you lose the duel.
The pendulum scale.
Right, it would encourage you to play a little faster. Oxros, no response. Activate the effect of a card, no response.
I activate Double D Orthrosis pendulum effect.
That's fine. Because I'm gonna Book of Moon my own monster, so I can reset its effect. And if they attack, I'll just activate it in damage calc.
I activate a quick play spell.
Well, it's true, but like, it's still kind of, it reminds me of the Mystic Mime of Duel Links, because like, it's not doing anything.
Dark contract with the Swamp King's effect.
Okay, so is he gonna fuse his face down? I assume he is. But he would have to banish his face down and the card in his hand, yeah. And there's Beowulf, okay. That's cool, we don't mind that. He'll do a little bit of damage to us, but depending on what we draw, we're gonna be okay. Yeah, because it's just like, procrastination's not even the right word for it. You're just indefinitely not paying it. He's a scofflaw at this point, since he's not paying attention to contracts. Okay, so.
Beowulf, pierce through your foe.
All right, so let's see. We're gonna banish that, and we're gonna banish. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We just have to draw that monster or Ostinato. So we got a lot of things we could draw. About half the deck or more is a perfect out for right now. Of course, that means we're going to draw Mozarta. Oh, no, we actually did not get Mozarta. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, hey, thanks, Warlord. All right, let me put all the good vibes you're sending me. Oh. We can summon the fusion back? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to do Chopina. Yeah, we'll do Chopina. We'll use Chopina to get score back. Grab score. And then battle phase, attack.
It's your moment to attack.
Discard. 23. So if he draws a high level DD monster, that would help. I guess he just has like to draw a contract, but it has to be another dark contract with Swamp King. So he's gonna procrastinate.
I draw. I activate my continuous spell.
Wow, he got the gate. Oh no. Okay, we're in trouble. Just a little bit. Because he gets to search and fuse, but he can only really fuse out one. So it's probably just going to be an Oracle King Dark, which is a good out to the cards we have, but... Went for a Typhon. Okay, just I guess to get the bad top deck out of his deck. So Swamp King, he's going to banish the Beowulf from the graveyard and send from his hand.
I will create.
All right, yep, here's the Oracle King Dark. We're gonna take 500 damage. It happens. But... Just hanging out waiting. I guess he's trying to figure out, like, do I have anything else I could do to him? But I don't. We really do just have to draw perfectly next turn. Although, like, even if we got a Treacherous Sharp Hole, we'd be okay. And I feel like he'd be greedy enough to go ahead and try to get a second fusion. So, let's see. 500, no big deal.
I bet you're thinking everything is going to plan.
Draw. All right, we got first movement solo. That's huge. So let's do what we got to do.
First movement solo.
All right, so I want to special summon my Soprano. And then I do want to activate the effects.
Special summoned.
And
Use her effect.
I'm going to just add Score back to our hand, but they're still going to be able to do something next turn. So I, like, really need to make another Shuberta, like, really bad. And then I have to get ready for the fact they're going to have another monster they can bring out. So, yeah, here we go. So, I think there's a lot of different ways to make the skill work, but I just feel like the best way to change it is you don't take effect damage during the standby phase. If you did that, everything's fixed, and they don't have to really change the skill the way it's supposed to be used, but you no longer have to worry about things like Golden Castle, Stromberg, Mirror Wall, etc. From being able to be abused.
Activates her effect.
Right, so goodbye Typhon, and why don't we say goodbye to our own spell cards. So now we're gonna have a big monster. We're big fans of that. Battle phase. We cleared out his graveyard, and yeah, feeling good, feeling good.
My turn.
We had a main phase 2, we could have done a lot more, but that is not Duel Links. So we're just kind of hanging out at this point. 3,000's good. For the most part, even if he fuses right now. Oh, maybe he might be able to get 2 things done depending on what he drew. But yeah, I think that's all they need to do to fix it. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Well, yeah, we're on the same page, so yes, we do agree. You asked what I thought of it. I thought that's exactly what it is that it needs to be. But yeah, I think that, like, there's been a lot of pitches, right? It should store up damage, it should do other stuff. For me, I'm on the same page where I do think, well, if you're gonna procrastinate a contract, it should just be for that. It shouldn't be everything. Because they wanted DDs to be good, right? I even played a lot of DDs in the Arc 5 Invitational, so, like, it is... Wait, what? Is he just out of moves? I guess maybe he thought he could, like, open up a zone. I think that's what just happened.
Everything is going to plan.
I draw.
Hey, it happens though, Kid Blender. It does happen. We're just gonna go set.
I set a card.
Battle phase, attack.
I know what to do.
Okay, now it's starting to get weird. That was a burf amount.
Still had the
Wait to
chance.
see what you're gonna try.
He might.
Turn.
I think he didn't notice, and I'm guilty of this all the time, that his Orthros says destroy one other DD card. So he might have thought he could have just targeted those 2, left a card zone open, and then maybe gotten, like, my worst nemesis, the trap card, the Witch contract with the Dark Witch.
I'll set a card.
And that very well
Everything is
is
going to plan.
that card. I'm sure it is. So we're just gonna go ahead and set Necrofusion.
Set a card.
We do have a Maestro in the graveyard. In fact, this is a Maestro too, it is. So battle phase.
The concert started.
Yeah, here it comes. He's gonna flip it over and then discard, right? Attack.
Time for you to face the music.
Reveal trap card.
I activate
Dark contract with the Witch. Yep,
Trap.
here we go.
Dark contract with the Witch.
And so he gave up a Pendulum for that. But I did lose a monster.
I end my
So
You're
next
forcing me to show
turn,
my true power.
might Necrofusion. Well, we'll see what we do, but skipping his turn, he's drawing. No response. I mean, if 40 card decks feel fast in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I get that we don't have the ability to play 20 card decks. There's a lot of people who would play 20 card decks. He's gonna end his turn. Yeah, we're gonna do this.
You sure you want to do that?
Necrofusion.
I activate a trap.
All right. So here comes Bloom Diva. She's been sitting this one out for a while, actually. But yeah, we'll go just banish the Shubertos. Just in case, you never know what could happen. We might want to use Soprano on the other ones. But yeah, it's just going to be 1,000 next turn. 1,000. Unless he tries to discard now.
So this is what you can do when you duel at your...
I feel like there's an old Pokemon supporter card that all it does is literally nothing, in the sense that it is a skill, or supporter card rather, that says your opponent's supporter cards don't work next turn. I really wish we had a skill like that, to where it's just like, oh, your opponent's skills cannot be used next turn. Hey Blazing, good to have you back. All right, so he kind of fell for the bait. He got rid of a dead Treacherous Trap Hole, although he did put a DD Swirl Slime in the grave, so he has pretty good access to a lot of his different cards here. If he draws, you know, whatever, he can special summon it with DD Swirl Slime. If he doesn't, he can keep it in his hand. Oh, it's Contract with the Gate. Okay. Well, I don't know that DDDs have a way out of this, so especially with only 500 life points left. Now, when you say go in September, do you mean, is there something I missed there? Because the only go I know from Yu-Gi-Oh, unless I'm missing something, is Go Onizuka, or the Gore. That'd be a really good skill for him, by the way. For him to just, like, to have the skill negation. To make everybody play real Yu-Gi-Oh, which could really break some decks in half. Oh, War World Wolf. I'm cheering for him, too. He's doing a good job hanging in there. Yeah, that does feel like a good Go Onizuka thing, right? Now you can't access the Data Storm. Okay, so he got his Pendulum. And if normal or special summons. A lot of different effects he can do. Oh, added Pendulum to his hands. It's creative. But now it looks like he's disconnecting. If you look at the upper right corner of the duel viewer right here, you'll see that he might be disconnecting. Blazing, it's just so that we can focus. Not everything happens without a reason, but not all reasons are apparent. I get that. But it's so we can stay right here. Oh, he didn't disconnect, by the way. So he's right here, too. Well, we can go ahead and set this just to kind of whet his appetite there. But if this attack goes through, that's 500 points of damage, and that is game. So attack. Well, but we're not trying to do that today, Blazing. That's you trying to get around the rules and trying to get around what I specifically set up so we could focus on the duels at hand. So, sorry, friend. We already used the effect of Bloom Diva, speaking of staying focused, and that is all she wrote. So, despite having kind of a shaky start, we're probably above 90% still, right? Yeah, 92% win rate. I don't know why. 13 duels, 12 victories, so not too bad, and 9 consecutive victories. So let's take a look what that puts us on rankings. All right, so for North America, if you had 12,000 points, it might take a second for the, or it never actually updates that. If you have 12,000 points, that actually puts you as the top 500 duelist North America. So all I gotta do is get 7,000 more points, and I'm in the top 100 in North America. All right, okay, we can deal with that. Duel. Oh, it happens, Blazing. All you gotta do is really just stick it out, right? The Kaiba Corporation Cup isn't about, you know, the most victories you get at once. It's about sticking it out through the tournament. It's kind of like Battle City, right? If you lose, and you lose a few locator cards, right, you just take your duel disc out and challenge the next duelist. It probably would be. But I am trying to follow my own rules. All right. That's a hand. If we're going first, that would have been bad. Oh, man, Necro Valley. So what? I'm just going to go, like, Book of Moon, his Xyz monster, space his Necro Valley, and proceed to go in. Okay.
I special summon a monster.
Well, you know he can stop some set cards, right? Is it sets? Or... No, face-up cards. Okay. It's kind of good that they didn't have the set ones, because that'd be really scary. Hey, Necro Valley is a good card. And there are a lot of decks that use or banish cards from the graveyard. So far, so good. As you saw, 92% win ratio ain't bad. But we're just starting, right? We're only 12 games in. So let's see what we got. We're going to draw for turn. And, oh man, this is gonna be kind of scary. Let me go Pokémon him
From
first.
my hand, I activate a quick
Hit
play
that.
spell.
He's obviously not gonna chain. No response. We do have to get rid of
My hand,
the Necro Valley. We just do have to do it. Because we're gonna normal summon. And then set a card.
set a card.
Set a card. Activate skill.
My turn.
Change this monster into Chopina. And then activate
I activate Chopin.
to grab this monster. And so...
You win.
Ah, Forbidden Chalice. He's negating the effect. Wow, he's that committed to it.
Activate my quick
Alright, well, negated. Battle
The
phase.
concert
Attack.
started. It's your moment to attack, Chopina.
Still got one more card there. Then he can activate damage calculation, so it's probably going to be a Chalice or a Lance, I'm thinking. So, depending on what he gets,
Here I go.
we've got good stuff too. We actually have to lose our monster in order to fuse, but we'll see.
Try.
Necro Valley historically has been a card that any deck can run. It's better for Gravekeepers, but it really can help other duelists as well, because look,
I choose a monster and
this deck's all about keeping your opponents out of the graveyard while simultaneously being able to use your own effects. And I'd say that's good for this deck too, just as much as water, as it would be for
land
Gravekeepers.
and the sea merge into a new life form.
And Yu-Gi-Oh's always been like that. You cannot view a card strictly through the lens that it's going to be played in the deck that is supposed to play it.
Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark's effect activate.
I would say it does different things that it doesn't do for other duelists, right? All right, we're going to go with Necrofusion.
Perfect. I
And
flip over my set card.
no response there. I could make a Maestra, and I could take away some cards in his graveyard, but is there anything I'm really afraid of there? We really don't have anything to worry about in his grave. So I'm going to go ahead and just make the double attacker. Bloom Prima the Melodious Choir, or do we want to... No, I guess we do want to do Bloom Diva. Because if that's a forbidden Lance and not a Chalice, we're fine.
Sensational duet. Blossom in the smoke.
I have, but I don't know... we don't do a whole lot of pack openings blazing, and Monday's not a pack opening, so I didn't want to disappoint you, but I wasn't sure where you got that information from. Battle phase. We're gonna attack,
Take this.
and that's fine. You're just making it worse.
You win.
Oh, he's forbidden chalicing. Okay,
Set card.
so that's interesting
I activate my
because we're just gonna go to damage calc, and then we're just gonna do
I
this.
send score to the graveyard. to
400.
for effect.
We don't need to activate the effect because it's negated anyway.
Spider Shark's leaving you a parting gift.
Oh yeah, Fire Formation 10 key. That is one of those cards that's really good in other decks.
Buzzsaw Shark.
Okay, I will end my turn.
Here I go.
Okay.
My turn.
It's my turn. I draw.
Kind of a wild way to get through that, but we did it.
Activate their quick play.
Okay.
Mystical
That's actually not going to do anything to me.
destroys a spell.
His monster's been special summoned, so this might be our new claim to fame. Right? Being able to get through this one card at a time, I think is going to help. In the TCG, it's just too easy to use, right? If you've ever played Jet Synchron in your Yusei Fudo deck, you know how often you can really enjoy that card.
Dangler.
But it's one of those things where, you know,
With that, I end
if you end up having too much fun with it, just like many decks are capable of having too much fun, then you don't really get to enjoy that deck the way it was intended to be enjoyed. And that's usually what gets a card on the Forbidden Limited list, when it's doing way more than it's supposed to be doing.
my turn.
But yeah, Crystron Helker Fibrax.
Can't wait to
It might take a while, because I feel like a lot of the lessons that we've talked about blazing all go towards the same thing.
And my turn.
A card isn't good just based on what's on the card, it's based on how it interacts with lots of other cards. And so, if a card is on the Forbidden Limited list and you can't see why based on just the face of the card, it's not because that card's too good, it's because other cards are too good with it. No card ends up on the Forbidden Limited list just for fun, just because they thought it would be fun to ruin somebody's Christmas, right? Because they got a new card and they can't play it. No, those cards are on the Forbidden Limited list because specifically they are very, very good. Speaking of which, this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to fuse off my my Bloom Diva here,
two fusion
and
summons.
we are going to make this monster right here,
Harmonize the form of
Schuberta, because Schuberta is really going to help us out quite a bit. How is Schuberta going to help us out? Well, she's going to banish desirable cards from both graveyards. So goodbye my own traps, but the next thing I want to do is say goodbye to Atlantean infantry. Just so, you know, we can't bring it back. And it is true, yeah, like it is way too good. Battle phase, the stuff you can do with Jet Synchron, and the stuff that Jet Synchron makes other cards do, right? It's a free discard. Discards are really powerful in Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay. Well, now we got Treacherous Trap Hole. So, now we can just enjoy ourselves. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. There goes my card. Oh, no! Well, we're in trouble. We're definitely in trouble. Depending on what monster he brings out, that might be the end of our duels. But this is a Maestra, so maybe we'll be okay. It does have a lot of stuff, but actually there's a much better booster pack for you that has even greater Yusei cards, including new Yusei cards only in that booster pack, and it's called Legendary Duelists Magical Heroes. That booster pack only contains cards for Yusei, Yuma, Yuya, Yugi, and Jaden Yuki. So probably some of your favorite characters. But I would take a look at the cards from that pack using the database that I've given you a link to before to see how many more Yusei cards you can find just out of that pack, even more so than the 2 decks that you just described. Okay.
I use one overlay unit to activate Bahamut Shark's effect.
Okay.
Here comes.
And so here's number 47. And he got the face down. Oh no! Wow. Okay, this is gonna be crazy.
With that, I end my turn.
Oh wait, that's all he did? Well, that's not so scary. Detach the materials instead. This card destroys an opponent's monster by battle. You can destroy that versus this one. We actually just need to get rid of this one real fast. So I'm gonna set this card because I've just been setting every card as a bluff. And then, what is its material? It's just that, that's fine. And then what is its material? It's just that, it's fine. So we'll attack that. And then, yeah, turn in.
Here I go.
He might try to full armor Lancer me, and there is the full armor Lancer, but like, I'm not particularly scared after it. Yeah, I'm not really sure either. He's got something that can be activated, so I'm not going to set another bluff. I want him to think I have score in my hand, which means that's effectively a bluff too. We're just going to attack. He does get to keep it. Oh, Treacherous Trap Hole. That would do it. Okay. And so he's going to remove all the materials, right? Okay, yeah, so it's 21. If he draws a monster, we're in trouble. If he doesn't draw a monster, we have all the cards we need to mount our comeback.
This will work.
He did All-Weary Dweller. Yeah, that's it. That's game.
Monsters effect.
He already territoried the Sharks twice, but Atlantean's attack squad is even bigger than before. So, youch. I maybe, you know, the Treacherous Trap Hole was good, but maybe I needed to keep up with my same monster and just go from there. But even though we had our second loss of the night, we're not doing too bad. We're still at 85%, but this might be where it starts going downhill from here. We'll see. Oh, I didn't see it for Paladino. Good to see you again, as always. That's 2 streams in a row, I think. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of really powerful tuner monsters out there that may never see the light of day again, not because they're good cards, but other cards are too good with them, right? I'm waiting for somebody to crack Junk Speeder, because Junk Speeder is probably the best Yusei Fudo card ever.
Don't overthink it.
All right, let's do it to it. We're going to activate skill here and say goodbye, and I will put this out here, activate effect, grab this back, and we're gonna go set, and end.
My Destiny heroes are far superior to the elemental heroes.
He used 1 Dweller, and he used Hope Woven. I don't think he was playing 2 Dwellers. All right, Cosmic Cyclone, not a bad deal for us. We lost our Necrofusion, but we still have Treacherous Trap Hole that's alive and active, so that's helpful. If he summons, well, it depends on what he summons, but we'll figure it out. He's got to ensure a monster by battle, and having the score, especially having shown it early, is definitely going to temper his attacks. Yeah, but for whatever reason, that's just like, I guess it's like, what, too sensitive to Ash Blossom, Ghost Ogre, maybe some of the other trap cards out there as well, or hand traps, I should say. Okay, setting the monster. Is it D heroes or not D heroes? Let's find out.
I'm ending my turn.
Just, I draw.
Okay, so we're gonna go set this.
Set a card.
Normal summon. And, you know, I don't know what it is,
I use Soprano's effect.
but I know this is pretty good against a lot of different types of decks. So I'm gonna go make Schuberta.
Harmonize.
And we're gonna clean out some graveyards.
Make your
All right, battle phase,
concert
attack.
starting. Schuberta, attack.
Don't do anything on
Sonic
battle.
Survivor.
Oh, it is Vision Heroes. Damage calc. No, we'll just do it. Not gonna do anything yet. I'll change Schuberta when we need to, right? But it's not too bad.
From my hand,
Oh, I see, I see.
activate a quick place.
What's he getting rid of? He's getting rid of the other Necrofusion, which I can activate, so I will activate it.
So,
And we're gonna
card I set. I activate.
go ahead and make a Bloom Diva in defense mode by banishing these two cards. Put that in defense mode.
Sing together a sensational duet. Blossom in the spotlight.
Yeah, it is. But it's one of those cards that's meant to be for fun if you really like the plot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Oh, he's done. Okay. Apparently his Destiny Heroes did not serve him well. Well, we're back on our win streak. Now it's a win streak of 1. I have, but at least in the time I've been playing Performance Pals, I never worked towards that specific card. The good news is there's some new Performance Pals stuff coming out in, I think it's War of Dimensions or Battle of Dimensions, a new core Yu-Gi-Oh! Set that will probably get in the TCG, right? Western territories like the United States, and I want to say, oh, they announced a new Manjome Jun figure, by the way. While I'm pulling stuff up. I don't know if you saw this.
You underestimate
Vox,
me.
this is for
I'm
you.
not the one who's gonna pay for that mistake.
The almighty Vox, and any other Ajama
You
enthusiasts.
think I'm scared? Find out how.
Yeah,
wrong
brand
you
new
are.
Manjome
You can
Jun.
defeat me.
Because GX is nostalgic now. And it comes with, if you get it,
Cool.
yeah, if you get it, it comes with 3 Ojama figures, and they're doing like their poses. Like you got Ojama Yellow chilling out, Ojama Black's like that, Ojama Green is like this, because he's the muscular of the bunch. But what I was trying to pull up is... oh yeah, the new set. They did announce some new Performance Pals. It's called Entermate, like Entertainment Mates in the Japanese version. But yeah, there is more coming. Let's go ahead and Mystical Space stuff in one of the cards. Looks pretty good.
I activate a quick
Yes, that means we'll probably get either an Astro Phoenix or, oh, a Floodgate Trap Hole, huh? Let's first movement solo.
activate my spell card. First movement solo.
And I want to take what? Oh, Sonata.
Use your
All right, he's got something. Does he want to do it? Doesn't want to do it. Activate skill.
blessing.
Send this to the grave. And let's bring out Mozarta. Activate Mozarta's effects.
Activate.
Can't negate it at this point. You can only flip her down.
Special summon a light fairy
We're
type
not, by the way, going to... Yeah, specifically Show No Mercy. We're not going to make the fusion. We're just going to attack a couple of times. All right. Special summon.
Use your cue.
Usually they don't actually, Blazing. Any deck that includes one of those cards is typically built around getting it out in 1, maybe 2 turns. And if the deck doesn't do that, then it is not focused on that single win condition.
Moment. I activate my
Okay. So now we'll do 19. And all she has to do is attack any of our monsters and we just reveal score and we're good. So good times, good times.
Okay. I summon a monster.
It does take lots of cards, but notice Vox, when he summons that, he always does it in that one turn or in my turn.
Activates.
I'm going to try to give you a very global rule that you should try to apply to as many decks as you can within reason. If your deck isn't doing what you want it to do on the first turn, most duels, it might be that you need to change the contents of the cards. Not because it's a bad deck, but because you may want to be more focused on that single win condition, right? Not all the different win conditions, but the one thing that's going to help you win your duel every time you sit down in front of an opponent. Well, because it only takes 2 specific cards to be seen in your opening hand in order to win. That's why it's called the 2-card combo. Not because you only see 2 cards. In fact, to bring out Halberds, you need at least 3. But there's lots of 1-card combos in Yu-Gi-Oh! Too, where if you see this card in your opening hand, well, you've won the duel. And good Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck construction, which you guys will be seeing even more of once we go into the next series, Master Duel. Good Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck construction should look like that. It should look like most of the duels should be almost identical because that's how well you planned ahead. Oh yeah, Salamangreat Gazelle, great example. And you don't even need Booster Raptor, right? You just need Screw Serpent and either Booster Raptor or Miscellaneousaurus or the Dinosaur Search card, right? Any one of those combinations of cards will make that same 2-card combo because it gets to Booster Raptor. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Let's just go for it then. I will. Guess we'll do. I don't want to show him the score. I want him to think that we only have this. Well, it's got a 1-card combo. It's called activating the skill, right? There's a lot of different ways that activating the skill can allow you to get into precisely the card you're looking for. But you do have to see at least Soprano or one of the other types of cards. So we didn't get it this time. All right, let me go ahead and set some cards then. You know, I think I know who we're gonna see, depending on just the Dark Machine deck. So I am gonna put both monsters out here at the end. Oh, yeah. There's just a lot of mechanics of voice acting. None that can be explained better by me, right? A voice actor probably is or a voice actor coach is probably your best bet. Okay, Desperado Barrel Dragon. Yeah, we knew that was coming out.
Come out! I special summon a monster!
I'm gonna turn this to on and then I'm gonna wait.
I'll set a card.
Okay, no response. He actually is doing it. I mean, it's a good deck, IMHO. We're gonna flip that monster face down because we can just attack it and we'll be fine. No response. No response.
Battle.
All right, now it's the battle phase. Now we safely use Mystical Space Typhoon to his face down. Oh, hey, it was a floodgate trap hole. Well, that's not friendly.
I'm ending my turn.
Well, they have been, if you haven't noticed, Blazing, from keeping track of the most recent sets, Burst of Destiny, one of the brand new booster packs I'm pointing over to my shelf, included new cards that go with the character's themes, like this Borlo Dragon. But this was never featured in Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains. It was a new card for him. The next set, Battle of Chaos, which is coming out in January, I believe, for the TCG, is going to include new Blue Eyes and Dark Magician cards. I was just talking about how we're getting new Performa Pals in the next set. I think it's like Battle of Dimensions or Dimensional War, whatever it is. All right, so I will do what? We're going to summon this monster. And you know what? I am going to fuse. Because if he's going to be all about destruction, we want to be all about effect damage. And not being destroyed by card effects. But yeah, Blazing, yes, they absolutely are, and you already have so many great examples to be excited about, not only for cards that haven't been announced, but for cards that have been announced. All right, so, battle phase. Attack. Damage calc, no response, use the effect, absolutely yes. Take 900. He's just using Despacito, though.
Knows a few tricks. It's my turn.
If this card is sent to the graveyard, that's an if, yeah. He either clicked no or he just didn't have it. He already has the coin card in his hand. All right, No One to Love, which returns a card from his hand to the deck to add a Mech Lord Emperor Vicel from the deck to the hand. Is he just going to do the combo over again? No, he's setting a monster. Does he need a monster that bad? Uh-oh.
I end my turn.
Oh, you absolutely can just play your favorite cards for sure. 2,500, but it can't be normal summoner set, so that's not the monster he's got face down. So, battle phase, attack. We gotta reduce that down. 15? That's game, okay. Oh, yeah, and you can definitely, there's so many cards also from that Legendary Hero set, right? Some of your favorite cards in Duel Links that Yuma uses came from Magical Heroes, like Zubaba Bancho, Gaga Ga Coat. That's a card that specifically came out of this. I think Gaga Ga Head did as well, and maybe Gaga Ga Sister. So, a lot of good cards in that booster pack, and will definitely would be worth your time. Wow, we are just climbing on up here, by the way. We're at 14,000. Well, high five. Didn't know that was going to happen, but apparently we picked a deck that works for us. We might get further than we ever have before. That's going to be really weird. We're just like, well, I guess we're at 45,000. Sure, why don't we just take a break? But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
It's my turn.
Let me... First movement solo.
First movement solo.
And we haven't summoned... Yeah, we'll do this. Hey, I did, you know, actually I haven't for the last 2 Kaiba Core Cups. But before that, we've done great work. Now, he obviously has Miscellaneousaurus, so we are going to make, we have to. We're going to make Bloom Diva. It really depends. Some sets were very valuable when they were released. Some sets were not very valuable when they were released and they grew into it, like maturity. Other sets were not valuable when they were released and shouldn't be valuable, but now there's some card in there that like people really need. So it really just depends. But there's no one right answer for that. Most sets will hit a classic mark, though. It'd be really hard to get a set of Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon right now. Wouldn't make a Bloom. Well, we made a Bloom. We're going to find out if we were right or wrong on that. I wanted to just, like, get... Because Bloom wasn't the right answer last time, but we got through it just fine, right? Because he just didn't have it. So let's see what he's got. Now, granted, if he's gotten this far with TGs, well, he might not be that bad. So we might eat our words for sure. I have a funny feeling. Oh, he's got the Chalice. No response. Because we have the score. If he's trying to destroy us by battle, that's going to be really interesting. So there's Striker. No response. Okay, so he's got a Werewolf.
Tech Genus Warwolf.
That's 5.
All my monsters are tech genuses.
Okay, there's Drillfish. Drillfish have any level modulation? No. Okay. He's negated our effects. If he really goes in with a 6, it's going to be so weird to just have the score and just continue. Battles of Legend Armageddon was an interesting set because not very many of the cards in Battles of Legend Armageddon are valuable. But there are very valuable cards in that set, so the set itself, the value is propped up not by the cards you can get, but by the card you can get. And I know you're smart enough to know exactly what card I'm talking about, right? It's the 10,000 Dragon celebrating the release of all those special cool Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Okay, so they were Wandering Magician. Got rid of my Space Typhoon. Okay. Oh, he's Quarian Gondraxing! Okay.
I activate my monsters event.
He's doing it. I guess I could have made a Schuberta. We're still in pretty decent spirits here. If he doesn't destroy us, we just have to draw the right card.
I'm still in this.
Let's battle.
If the Synchro card is summoned or destroyed by battle or effect. Okay, yeah, so he could bring up my own Bloom Diva. Okay. So, draw. Necrofusion is helpful, but I don't really have a lot in the graveyard right now. So, we have to set this card. Uh-oh. This might be bad. This might be bad. Just chose not to do it. Just chose not to do it.
My soul.
Okay. Goodbye, Striker.
Tech Genus Screw Serpent.
And hello. Oh, that's already game right there because he just attacks.
Level 4 or lower tech.
Yeah, we out.
Genus.
Good for him, that's for sure. So one of the things I do differently than I normally do when I stream is I'm totally okay just jumping off the ship here because, again, it's about fast wins. And once we saw that other monster, that's it. Crystons are actually one of the only things that can stop Bloom Diva because of their easy access to Quarian Gondrax. So it's one of those things where the more you know what types of decks your opponents are playing, the better prepared you are for those things that might seem like a surprise. But no, Crystons specifically are better equipped than most decks to go ahead and get rid of it.
It's time.
All right, so, and we all know that if it's a Synchro monster, usually TG has good access to that. We are seeing Moonlight right off the bat here. I think we're gonna be okay. Because all we do is we just make Bloom Diva and just have fun, right? I don't see any reason to do anything else. Warwolf back, Synchro Nahama, attack directly with Drillfish, pop Bloom, double attack. Oh, okay, yeah. Didn't know his own cards, apparently. Not as well as you did. So we're gonna draw. I love the Book of Moon. I love that. Like, everything here is just exactly as it needs to be. So let's do our first movement. And we're gonna do something a little differently this time. We're gonna special summon this card. And then we're going to activate our skill. And so change this out into Mozarta. Then we'll use the effect of Mozarta to special summon this card. It might have been. He still got the win though, you're right. You can't overanalyze it because that deck is so good that he was able to still win on top of all that. Let's go and special summon. And really, I'm just gonna go like, attack, go ahead and use score, and then attack, and that might be game, because when this is destroyed, it doesn't really do a whole lot. So let's go ahead and set. Set. Battle phase, 17. Damage calc, discard. 31. 19. Okay, that's all she wrote. Should have been 19, then 31, just in case he was going to use Battle and Boxer Veil. But, all right, still doing okay, 84%. All right, so, duel. This has been a pretty good night so far, actually. Really surprised just like how straightforward. Oh, they can't run Veil. Interesting. Not necessarily true. I see why, because they have a powerful skill, but there's still other things. You could play a Blue Eyes deck that doesn't rely on the fusions, and then, hey, you don't mind using Destiny Draw, right? So you just can't judge a book by its cover, and it's okay to understand the world through patterns, but it's also important to know that nothing's guaranteed, right? Just because you saw the sunrise yesterday doesn't necessarily mean it's going to raise tomorrow. It usually will. It has always before throughout human history, but it just may not. Alright, so what do we got here? During your opponent's main phase or battle phase, special summon a non-tuner from your hand, it has its effects negated, and if you do, immediately after this effect resolves, Synchro summon a machine monster. Okay, well, we'll just keep the book in our hand for now. Oh, hey, Social Steve, good to see you again. Let's see. Start with score. Yeah, I know. Good to see you again. Alright, so activate. We've been doing pretty good since then, actually. We've only had, I think, 3 losses. And, yeah, we're just gonna keep on keeping on.
I activate Shopina's effect.
Oh, was that about the voice acting? Because if it was, I'm happy to give a Cliff Notes version, just to make sure that you get the most important stuff in there. All right, so battle phase.
The concert's starting.
Attack.
It's your moment to
Declared
attack,
battle.
Shopina.
So you're gonna use the effects?
You fool.
All right, shave. So we're gonna flip him face down. And so he should still get to summon his monster. Oh, he doesn't get to summon his monster because he can't do the synchro summon. Wow. Wow, okay, that wasn't too bad.
It's my turn. I draw.
It was that question. That's right, there was 2 worth right at the same time. So Duel Links hasn't changed a lot since the introduction of Pendulum Monsters. People were really excited about it, but in reality, and I know this from having played the TCG, Pendulum Monsters didn't make a huge splash until several years later after the release. And that's kind of where we are now. Okay, now this is weird. Let's let him get his monster. And then we're gonna Treacherous Trap Hole. Oh no, he targeted our Treacherous Trap Hole. So, oops.
Here goes.
Did not get to chain that. That's okay though, because we still got the other one. We're fine. Especially, actually, if he gets rid of our Chopina. Yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But it really just depends on what you want to do. There's a lot of great free-to-play or free-to-play light decks, this included, because one of the things that did change since last time is Book of Moon is now in one of the boxes. So it's really easy to get Book of Moon as long as you just apply the same logic you do with any card, right? Gems, rinse, repeat, right? Just keep getting gems, open those packs, and just repeat, repeat, repeat. I know! Some weird stuff's happening, but let's see if he's got any more destruction. I guess technically he does right here. He's got... Oh, he's not going for 9. He's going for Coral Dragon, which is still a form of destruction. Does he want to destroy our monster? Do you destroy the monster or the spell or trap? Destroys the monster. That's interesting. It's like really, really interesting. Oh, because he's going to crush strong. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Special summon a monster. Come on out.
Gungnir!
Summon a monster.
Wow, okay.
Monsters effect. I activate
We're in trouble.
monsters effect.
Oh, I can't use voice lines to compliment him.
I activate my monsters effect.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure that we have Trap Hole with Spikes and Duel Links.
I activate my monsters
He's
effect.
doing good, dude. This is awesome. It's good to see water being played to its fullest.
Battle.
No territory of the Sharks, I think. Like, no territory of the Sharks. Yep, that's the end. This is good. Harpies, I would say, are probably the best. Probably. So we got 80%. That's still not bad. 16 out of 20 is all right. But Harpies for sure. Just the same as always. If you have real questions about cosplay in terms of how I made the costume, I'm happy to answer those. But as a general question zoomed out like that, it really wasn't that bad, right? Just the usual stuff, right? Pull out the sewing machine, get the patterns together. Jesse wasn't particularly difficult because he's actually a relatively straightforward costume, right? Vest, shirt. If you've sewn things before, it's not a new type of challenge. Still work. Definitely work for sure. But it's not necessarily a new type of challenge. All right, now this is going to be weird because we got set, and set, and activate. We got to do it, but this isn't going to be the best version of this. So we're going to activate. Send that to the graveyard. Oh, how wild. Is it really for the Pick a Gift campaign? Apparently, I might not have been picking my gifts as carefully as you guys were. Trap Hole with Spikes, Duel Links. And that's all she wrote. Oh yeah, so it's actually relatively recent, about a couple of months ago. I feel like maybe I did get one of these. When opponent's monster, your normal summon declares an attack. Destroy that attacking monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the original attack. That's cool! It's an interesting card for sure, but there's a lot of decks that just have a way around that. So what's it going to target? It's going to target this Book of Moon, so we'll go ahead and activate that. And flip that monster face down. No. Art is not something you should let other people control in that fashion. I know there's a lot of people that are mercenaries in that way, but when you're not doing art for the sake that you're purely passionate about and other people have told you to do it, it becomes work, right? Anything you do in exchange for money is effectively a job, a contract, a deal. Then that's not something I want to happen to my art.
End my turn.
It's my turn. I draw.
To a degree, I think that's fair. Do I want to fuse? I don't want to fuse. I just want to go battle 14. Is that kind of weak? It is kind of weak. But we're going to do it.
Battle.
So I'm going to go attack, and then I'm going to turn that to off.
Your moment to attack, Shopina.
Because I didn't want him to see the score in my hand, effectively.
I attack you directly.
So there's 14. All he can do is normal summon, and, well, get Book of Moon. Or Books of Moon.
Can't wait to see what you're gonna
There's a lot of really interesting puzzle mechanics in Origami King, but you're probably gonna have more experience than I have because I've only seen videos and whatnot. Okay, so he is gonna destroy something. I am gonna use that Book of Moon,
You sure you want
and I'm gonna use that to flip my monster face down.
I flip over my set card. I activate a quick
It has to be
play spell.
Swallow's Nest, but I assume it might be.
Swoop in.
Yeah, I assume we're gonna get Swallow's Nest right here.
Harpy's hunting ground.
But we gotta chain it. So here's Pokémon
I don't think so.
and target is monster. Swallow's Nest from the hand.
My quick
Yep,
spell,
knew it.
Swallow's Nest.
Undeniable.
I hope you're ready.
So there is his Harpy Lady. Yeah,
Harpy's hunting
Suba's
ground.
gonna get rid of the hunting ground. We still have
This effect
the Harpy
activates.
perfumer though, excuse me. But here's the thing, even if we end up using our score, he's probably gonna bounce the Chopina, so we're probably in trouble.
How will you fare against Cyber?
Excuse me. I like how he's running Cyber Harpy Lady, by the way, just the big one. Not the little ones for the power boost, but like
I
just the
hope
big
you're
one.
ready.
All right, there's the Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. Okay, so he is gonna draw, so I assume, yeah, he's gonna reveal it, so it kind of is a bad thing that I put the cards back here and face down. Yep, there's the bounce. All right, now here's the real trick. Do I want to save my monster or not? Well, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. 14. Excuse me.
Like that's gonna
So we got to keep a monster.
make
Draw for turn. Ooh, now that's interesting. Mystical Space Typhoon.
And I activate a quick play spell.
Does he want to do anything to us? Excuse me. No response. We're not dead yet.
Bring it
Depends on what he drew, but yeah, it is a little unfortunate that we didn't have this in attack mode.
Harpy Channeler. Harpy Channeler's effect activates.
All right, so there's Channeler, discard a Harpy, special summon a Harpy.
Say hello to
Yeah, that's a loss.
Harvest.
Because what happens from there is, well, not only just attack, right? But by making the most powerful Xyz monster in the game, number 70, Malevolent Sin. That kind of gets through. So we are starting to receive the pushback here, right? Quick trip to 14,000, but now it's very up and down and up and down. I think it was actually down twice. We gotta work back up. Excuse me. Oh, nice. Much different.
Overthink it. Just
Much
go
different
for
hand
it.
here.
It's might. I activate my spell card, Ostinato.
All right, so. Yep, we're just gonna Bloom Diva, and why don't we get rid of the ones that we don't really want to draw?
Sing together.
Put that in defense mode.
Traditional duet. Blossom.
And I'll just set a card. Oh, he's got something.
I'll set a card.
I wonder what card he would have. Maybe Thunder Dragons?
You foolish pest!
Okay, it is Thunder Dragons.
Activate my
So the Book of Moon's definitely gonna help. But I do wish we had a score in our hands.
It's my turn.
My turn.
I draw.
Can't wait to see what.
No, but it is a very powerful card that not a lot of players have an out to, right? Let's read it together. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, and also you take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. Well, that's pretty good, right?
I activate my
After that,
monster's effect.
if this card battles a special summon monster after damage calculation, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the difference between the original attack of that opponent's monster and this card. And if you do, destroy the opponent's monster. So you get damage and destruction. So the reason why it's so good is you can't destroy it, right? And you can't destroy it by battle, you can't destroy it by card effect. So you have to have other options. And so it means those decks that naturally have those other options, including Thunder Dragons, have a little bit of an advantage. But I also agree with what Kid Blunder said. There is no such thing as a best card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Except maybe Pot of Greed, except in Rush Duels, where it's actually a pretty bad card. But the thing is like, literally, it's just whether or not it's good for that situation. And there is no such thing as a tier list. That's human constructed, right? Humans, just like you on the other side of the screens, they're just coming up with what works for them on that given day, etc. And so, yeah, if he is going to make an Xyz monster that he thinks is going to get rid of my monster, then we will respond with Book of Moon. Oh, he's ending his turn. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm ending my
I'm gonna put this in attack mode then.
Just go. I draw.
I mean, Tri-Brigade Revolt is definitely a close best card in Yu-Gi-Oh! But most of the time, there's not a best card. Let me go and turn this to attack mode. And I'm gonna summon Soprano. And I think we're gonna win this turn, but let's see. So we're gonna go get rid of Soprano, and we're gonna bring back Bring out Chopina. Bring out Chopina. Then we're gonna activate Chopina's effects and grab Sonata. And then I think we're just gonna go start attacking stuff. So let me go special summon this in attack mode. And I'm gonna actually attack with Chopina first. Oh, you know what's... It might be worth doing like a lot of Chopina damage.
It's your moment to attack, Chopina.
He's got something that activates from his hand during the battle phase. Oh, hey, speaking of that, thanks, Deviantha, for activating my alerts during the battle phase. Before damage calculation, yeah. Take 28. All right, see you, Josh. We'll be on Monday and Wednesday of next week.
I activate my
So here's
monster
what's interesting. Depending on the attack of the monster that he summons.
Come out.
Okay, that's not too
Summon a
big.
monster.
I know what to do.
So we're gonna attack. Does he want to stop us? He's only gonna take 50 damage, so it's not a big deal. But whatever it is, if he doesn't stop it, then I just get to attack again. So we are gonna use the effects. Take some damage.
You foolish.
Oh, it's from the original attacks of the two monsters. Okay.
Monster's effect.
The original attack. Okay, so the fact that I have an attack boost is not even a big deal. All right, 17. I assume this is the Sphere Karibo, right? Okay, yeah, there's the Sphere Karibo. No big deal. I'm not afraid. He'd have to have like a very perfect hand. I assume this is going to start with the Chaos Dragon Levianeer, but we'll see. Ah, he's alluring by darkness. Okay, so he's going to draw some cards. We don't know what cards he's going to draw, but... Well, this is not Mystical Space Typhoon. We are sitting pretty. It is cool to see them be able to get their effects off, because Thunder Dragon's not a deck that really sees any play anymore in the TCG, but to see it as a very continuous source of pain for some duelists. But at least, you know, it's a deck that's viable. Any deck that's viable in Duel Links that is in the TCG, usually that's a good thing to me, because it's still being able to see the light of day, right? So a lot of people love Thunder Dragons, and they love Thunder Dragons for the powerful fusion monsters that we don't have in Duel Links. They still like that's in here. Yeah, Colossus. Levianeer is pretty good in the TCG as well, actually, because of Dragon Link. But let's see what we got. Aloof Lupine. Okay. No response. So he's gonna get 2 banish effects. I think I'm really just gonna like stall it out, because I'm not worried about Chaos Dragon Levianeer, so...
I activate my monster's effect.
Oh, hey! Looks like you're making some friends, people you've seen recently. Unless it's somebody new. Well, either or, welcome to the stream, new fan. Nope, I just see a 6, not afraid.
I activate my monster.
I was gonna revive another 6, I assume. Maybe I do just want to use Book of Moon so I can feel... Yeah, I'm gonna keep his field full of monsters. So we're gonna go and flip that face down. Because now he doesn't have access to his, And he knew it! Okay, that was it! Well, thank you for that duel, dear Thunder Dragon Duelist, but, good luck in the next one. So we're at 77%, still not bad, but we're still, hanging in there. Let's see, 13,000, what should our goal be? Probably 20,000, seems pretty good. All you gotta do to be the #1 duelist in North America is to get to 34,000, which is pretty low-hanging fruit historically. But we're still in the top 500, we just need 5,000 more points to get in the top 100 in North America. And then globally speaking... Oh, your rival, huh? Uh-oh. Well, be friendly to each other. You guys can keep those rival antics somewhere else, but unless you're dueling, don't be fighting. All right, so I love this. By the way, if you see this, you'll see so many players name this. This is in Japanese, in katakana, Pureya. So it's Pureya, right? And so everybody names themselves like players, so you don't really know who it is that you're dueling against. That's a common thing, at least in Japan. If I look at the Japanese thing, yeah, we've got Pureya. There's definitely one. Yeah, Pureya, there it is again. What's this one? This is Goya. Goya-chan. Goa-chan. Puru. Goa-chan Puru. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Goa-chan Puru. This one over here is Oderuta. Oderuta. Why would it be O Delta? Okay. But yeah, so looks like there's definitely a lot more points going on. If you look, the top duelists worldwide are particularly Japanese duelists. Yep, Japanese. In fact, I don't know that you get back into Europe or North America until number 7th place. It's gonna be Yamihiro. Let's see if we can find out where Yamihiro is from. It's not from there. Yamihiro is from Latin America, Caribbean. Okay, so North America, it's 34. Latin America, it's 40,000. 38,000 for Europe, and then 45 for Japan. Korea's got 49,000. Wow, are they like the top? They are. Okay, so the number 1 duelist is actually from Korea, and then, or Taiwan or Oceania, so it could be, you know, Australia or Taiwan. And then the number 1 duelist over here is Sai. So we got a lot of work, but it does seem like there might be multiple antinomy. All right, well, it's time to duel. You be careful. If I start to think that you're acting like Bakura, then, well, one of those emotes shall remain, but not the other one.
You think I'm...
All right, so we are fighting water again. We kind of have a better vibe for this. We know they're gonna have plenty of spells and traps. I think we are getting to the point where I might need just more Cosmic Cyclones, and it just needs to be almost no Books of Moon, and I need to offensively start playing Cosmic Cyclone, but the book really is what's keeping us alive. For instance, at the beginning of this turn, I should be able to just go book on whatever it is he's about to bring out and then proceed from there. It could be.
This will work.
I think we're finding out that people discover that water is really good in this format. So Territory of the Sharks. And what is he going to bring out?
I'll play this. I build the overlay network. I exceed summon.
Okay. So we got Abyss Dweller. We knew we were going to get Abyss Dweller. And we got Necro Valley. Well, it's pretty good. Pretty good. But I still need the Book of Moon, so that's fine.
Don't overthink it.
All right, so draw. Yeah, we got a Book of Moon right now. Book of Moon.
From my hand, I activate
It was Dark Lords were so good. It was an uphill battle every duel. Like to win against Dark Lords, always felt like you just barely made it. We're gonna go ahead and bring out Score. And we still have to deal with this. But I just figured why not. So activate skill. And goodbye Score and hello Mozarta. And then activate.
Mozarta's effect activates. I special summon a
Oh, okay.
legendary-type monster.
Well, good to meet you.
Check out my
So that's really interesting that he decided to use breakthrough skill now. Because I haven't tried to activate the effect. I mean, I did activate the effect, and I could have booked a Moon it, but I wasn't going to book a Moon it. Because now I can normal summon this monster. And we can just make exactly who we're going to make.
Use without using a fusion spell.
All right. Yeah, Bloom Diva. We're just going to Bloom Diva. And then just fight as hard as we can. I liked... Like, when I ran into Shirano, I'm always like, oh, okay, here we go. But after a while, once you figure out what your deck is supposed to do against them, they're not that bad, but they are another deck that you really have to know how to play against them.
Check out my set card.
So that's really interesting, because he can't destroy face-down cards with his monsters, so I just end my turn. And he can't break through skill because of his own Necro Valley. Yeah, I don't... Unless he drew another one, he could be that good that he just knows. Oh, don't worry, Bia. You'll get to see it tons this stream. In fact, the reason why I clicked through it is because I think we've seen it about 15 times already now. I'm not going to do anything. He's just going to end his turn. Okay. I wonder if he's got the Treacherous Trap Hole. Let's see. Let's flip summon. Ta-da! Maybe he's never played against this deck. Maybe he doesn't know. Wow, he does have it. So we're going to activate Book of Moon. And the reason we're going to activate Book of Moon is that actually keeps it to where my monster will come back. My monster will come back. And he's probably wondering, why did he do that? And it's because I could just do it next turn. Now, it's going to stay face down for now. I don't really mind him having that. I don't think it's time to go in just yet. With that, I'd rather wait till we get rid of his monster so I end my turn. I mean, we knew he was gonna have it, but we also knew what to do in that situation. Because Floodgate Trap Hole didn't flip my monster face down and instead Book of Moon did, well, it does get to get out of that and it's not locked down because of Treacherous Trap Hole. But these are the good duels we were hoping for.
I end my turn.
Don't overthink it. Just
All right, so draw for turn. Well, that's not great, but we'll set it for later.
set a card.
Flip summon this monster.
Blossom it.
He's got something. He could have another Floodgate Trap Hole. Looks like he didn't this time. Battle phase. Because we don't want to do anything with Sonata until we cleared this monster off the field.
Wrecking refrain.
I knew you'd do that.
That's fine.
I activate my monsters.
Okay.
Win.
Is he going to target our monster? Because he can only target face-up cards.
Monsters effect.
Yeah, no response.
Bloom Diva activate.
I thought he had another Floodgate for sure. Now I think we're in good hands because all we gotta do is just go Sonata and then Protect. And even if he made another Power Fork Seize monster and then negated our effect, we still have score in the hand. So I think we're okay. I actually think we're just gonna be fine.
I flip over my set card.
Okay. That's
Spell card.
that's fine. I'd rather it be that than another Book of Moon that we might set.
End my turn.
All right, so draw for turn. Wow. Okay, so just summon. Special summon. We'll attack for 15 and then maybe game. Oh, it wouldn't be game because of the 50. So it'll be exactly not game. We'll still attack for 15.
Take this.
Oof. Since we aren't gonna be able to beat him just yet, that's fine. Wow, he decided he was done. Okay. We were gonna give him another turn. That's why you shouldn't scoop till it's time. All right, so now we're back at 14,000 plus. We're at 78% win ratio. And yeah, I think just going back in is the plan. I kind of do feel like I need like a mystical, like one more mystical space typhoon and maybe one less necrofusion, but I also want to see necrofusion all the time, and I also want to see treacherous trap as fast as possible. Treacherous trap hole, I should say. So we might not change the deck, but we're always going to want to change the deck. Okay, so we're going second. Obviously good for us. And he is playing Ultimate Dragons.
Fine.
And Ostinato and Prey, right?
My turn.
It is, and most of this actually is not only free to play, but it's unlocked cards from the character, right? And that's wild. You don't usually get a lot of decks like that. But Social Steve, if you want to see, there's a big YouTube video. Yeah, Madolce is there. I was on basically an invitational tournament from Konami with a bunch of other content creators, but the rules were we could only really play Arc 5 stuff, and I really feel like this was the best deck. So if you want to see this deck in all kinds of different situations, well, early Arc 5 meta, that might be a great video for you. So if you want that, just let me know and I'll pull up a link. Speaking of which, I'm going to start off with Ostinato.
I activate my spell card, Ostinato.
And I think I'm going to go in a little bit more ham than usual. I want to do Bloom Prima, because Bloom Prima's game right now. So we're going to go drop... Actually, we could drop both the Maestras into the graveyard and never have to top deck them, because the skill summons from the graveyard too.
My monster is harmonized.
Yeah, Gaia. Well, it has been some change. Gaia's still good. Still good. But I would put it about the same level as this deck. It's not better than this deck. It's just as good as this deck. We're going to set one Book of Moon.
I'll set a card.
I mean, that's probably a Treacherous Trap Hole, but we'll see. Special summon. It is Treacherous Trap Hole. That's actually not too bad. It doesn't appear to be, so set.
I set a card.
Oh, he's got something. I think he just turned it back on.
The concert's starting.
Battle.
Let's attack, Bloom Prima.
What a mistake.
It's Karma Cut. Okay. We knew there's probably going to be a Karma Cut coming. We'll just do 17.
Ain't a trap.
Here goes. I attack with my monster.
And so this is going to hurt a little, but we didn't lose one of our more important monsters. We had to push for game. And so here's Dragon Spirit of White. We did just set our card, so he is going to be able to banish one of them for free. No response. He's got a Blue Eyes in his hand, though, that's for sure.
With that, I end my turn.
All right, give me just a second. Arc 5, Invitational. And you'll probably see a lot of people you recognize.
Come on
This
out.
is the whole thing.
I summon a monster.
All right, Social Steve, there you go. Arc 5 Invitational. I am going to... We know what he's got in his hand, so Book of Moon.
Perfect.
We just want to say no to the tuner so we get a turn later.
I activate a quick play spell.
We know that's got to be another Blue Eyes. Yeah, no problem, no problem. So I assume he's just going to hit us for 25. I couldn't imagine wasting that Blue Eyes right now. Unless there's something I don't know. But yeah, that's actually where this emote comes from. Was from that stream. And you're welcome. Okay, he is going to go in. That's fine. I take 800. No big deal. Draw. Well, that's awesome. First movement solo.
First movement solo.
And all of those are in the deck. So what am I going to do here? Oh, I haven't used the skill yet. Oh, well then, yeah, we'll just special summon and we'll just have fun. So here's this one. Yes, use its effects. Grab this card. And then I want to activate our skill. And it's going to have to be, it absolutely has to be Chopina. And then Chopina's effect activates. And then we want to get Soprano. It has been, they actually did add some new Red Eyes cards that I had a blast with so far. Specifically, the new fusion, Archfiend Black Skull Dragon. Super easy to bring out, right? Just Red Eyes fusion, have fun. But very satisfying to be able to win in the first turn, especially if they have like a conservative opening, right? Maybe they just set one monster or summon one monster, and I just built the deck to basically just be like Fissure or Smashing Ground, Mystical Space Typhoons, Red Eyes fusion, attack for game. Oh, come on. By the way, Bia, you wanted to see this again? Here it is. Okay. So, there she is in all of her glory. Do I want to bring this out? Probably not. Actually, I guess unless I wanted to clear both of these out. But I didn't want to give him too many Blue Eyes. But I guess I do want the Blue Eyes to be on the field and not in the hand. Yeah, okay. Oh, but if he has two of those... nah, we're just gonna do it. Battle phase.
The concert started.
All right, so attack.
Here goes. Attack.
Use the effect. Oh, hey, thanks for following, fam. All right, we're gonna go ahead and attack for 17. And then he does get another Blue Eyes. But we're not going to worry about that. For those of you guys who are new followers, you actually just earned some new follower emotes. So you can question my plays, make fun of me, scratch your head, do whatever it is by communicating to those. Those of you who are subs probably already noticed, but there are a bunch of sub emotes. There they are. Okay, so it'd be everything from here on. And we're probably gonna make a Jesse Anderson one for friendship.
It's not over.
And that might replace my Pharaoh moat, but we'll see. Alright, so that hurt. We knew that was gonna hurt, but we're fine. Looks like he might be slowly trying to get up to being able to have those two Blue Eyes in his hand, right? Yeah. Okay, so he added that, and then he attacks. I'm not really afraid of that monster, though.
I'll set a card.
So I'm gonna set two.
I'll set a card.
Battle, and let's just do it.
I know what to do. Bloom Diva.
I know he gets the skill, but he loses if he attacks me with that monster. Because I don't take any damage, and he'll take the damage first, and then it will be destroyed, even before the banish thing happens, or really at the same time. So I'm not particularly worried about that. I want him to do that. It's his face downs that give me pause for thought. Well, I mean, easy mix-up. I think he figured that out. I think he realized there's just no way around it. Yeah, you probably should be able to. It'll take a while because you're going to have to level up, right? Let me show you where all these key cards are so that if you want to play Melodious, because you've been having a good time watching me play, where you get these cards. And if you don't know where to get cards, here's something really neat, right? Let's say you just unlock Zuzu Boil, and you want to play Melodious, but you only even have just like one Melodious card. So if you add that one Melodious card you have and you hit auto build the deck, you can not only have it add the rest of the cards to the deck automatically, you can include cards you don't own. Take a look at this. It almost built our exact same deck. It said, hey, have you considered adding another Soprano? Or have you considered adding solo the Melodious Songstress? Have I considered that? Where does that come from? Masters of Shadow. Okay. If your opponent controls a monster, you control their monster, special from this card. When this card is destroyed by battle, you can special the Melodious monster from your deck, except solo. It's not bad, actually, but it doesn't really, like, help the combo any, so I don't think I would do that. And then from there, I pretty much have the same number of cards. Interesting to run Super Buddy Force Unite. I see why you would do that, but it feels kind of slow, and it feels like it's competing for space with the Necro Fusion. But that's the way to do it. Then, afterwards, you can do this on your mobile device, too. It doesn't have to be on the computer. You click How to Obtain. So, score, what I consider the best card, right? The Honest, the Kalu, the Moonshadow, the Battle Hand Trap. You get that from battling her. Where do you get Soprano? Masters of Shadow Mini Box. Okay. Where do you get Sonata? Masters of Shadow Mini Box? Yep, Masters of Shadow Mini Box. Where do you get Chopina? Masters of Shadow Mini Box. Where do you get First Movement Solo? Masters of Shadow Mini Box. Where do you get Necro Fusion? Well, this is a pretty important card if you want to fuse from the graveyard. You get that from Warriors Unite. And then finally, Treacherous Trap Hole. There's a lot of different places that you see it, but it only comes from one place. It's going to be Visions of Ice or one of your tickets. The other big card is Ostinato, and that is a level up reward. So really, most of this just comes from playing Masters of Shadow, and you might be able to build ninjas after that. But that's a great way to basically like build the deck the way that you see other players building it and working towards it. Basically, it's like setting up like a little wish list. So yeah, Masters of Shadow, Masters of Shadow, Masters of Shadow, which is a mini box, by the way. And then once you get those basic cards, you know, just have a little fun. There's no one right way to run this. And, you know, you could replace those Book of Moons with just other cards like Forbidden Lance. And those would help you just the same, right? Because they would protect you from your opponent's spell and trap effects. They would also be able to modulate the attack and defensive, well, excuse me, the attack of your opponent's cards. Bloom is in the new box, but there's also a Bloom skill that you can add her to your deck. So you wouldn't be able to add the other skill that kind of makes me be able to do what I can do, but it is helpful. Speaking of being helpful, though, here is Ostinato. I think for this, we're just going in. We're going to make Bloom Prima, and so I'm going to make Bloom Prima from combining the two Maestras. And so, yeah. There she is. And we don't want to overcommit to the field because if we do, we won't be able to use the effect of our Ostinato to send it to the graveyard and then bring out the new fusion. So what I'm going to do is set these two cards. And we might have game right here. That was it. Okay. Yeah, well, we never got to see what she was playing. But if you like decks that make your opponent feel like they have to scoop, right, because they have no other choice, they've got better things they could be doing, this one may not be bad. But there is a skill, like I said, if you get a deck editor, and we'll go to that same blank deck that we were in, and you go to Bloom Diva, typically you'd obtain it through Pendulum Genesis, which is a main box, is an ultra rare. If you haven't used your Kaiba Corporation ticket, I don't know that this one applies, but you can take a look to see if the Dream ticket, the one with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon on it, qualifies for that. But, you know, also there's a lot of cool stuff in that set, so you can just buy to your heart's content. If you're okay with not playing the good skill, which is from Songstress to Maestra, you can still use... It's not Fusioning Maestra, is it? Is it? Oh, it is Fusioning Maestra. Yeah, Fusioning Maestra will give you a free Bloom Diva. And I want to say that's the first skill that you should get when you unlock her. So, a couple of different ways to do it. Oh, Prediction Princess with the ritual stuff. That is cool. But it is a deck that can brick, too. So, I guess we'll never know. All right, so... Axel Brody's somebody I don't think we've seen all day. Right, so we're going first. All right. Got a Mystical Space Typhoons. Yeah, anytime, Social Steve. It's what I'm passionate about, right? I think we're just going to go... Depends on what he's playing, but yeah, we're just going to do this. So, score. And so we're going to do... Score, send that to the grave. We're going to do Chopina. Chopina's effect activates, allows us to add one of those scores from our graveyard to our hand. And then this isn't to tell what's in our hand, right? We just added a monster, but we're setting 3 spells and traps. And probably isn't telling what we got.
Here I go.
Could be Evoke Neos.
It's my turn.
Oh yeah, the Grand Tournament. Good times.
I'll set.
Or the Grand Prix, excuse me, Grand Prix.
I set a card.
Alright, he's got 2.
I set a card.
I'm gonna get these first. Or, oh, do I wanna get these? I'm gonna get these. And the turn, sure. Space Typhoon. Get it.
Over my set card.
Space Typhoon.
I'm perfect. I use the card
I'm gonna get the I'm gonna get the outside ones. Both the outside ones. Oh, interesting. Well, I'm sorry that you gotta get a replacement for the fan. I've had electronics with those burn out too. Okay, so there was a breakthrough skill, so we gotta be really careful not to just put out that particular monster that we've relied on basically the whole time. We're gonna do 23. Because he can negate our effect, and we don't want that to happen. So there's the first 23. His move.
I still have plenty of counters.
It does exist, actually. It's one of the better sets of cards in Duel Links, and in certain combinations of characters and skills, Golden Castle of Stromberg is just as broken as it was in the anime. So, they're out there, for sure. The whole Fairy Tail deck.
I activate
Okay.
spell card.
I'm not really worried. I'm going to let him attack, too. I mean, I don't even need to flip that face down, as long as we've got Score the Melodious Diva here. Does he put in attack mode or defense mode? Attack mode. Did he forget about Score?
A monster.
Did he forget about Score? Fire reload. Okay. That's fine. Reloaded 1 fire card in his hand.
I'm sending out my
Okay. Now he's going to
I
Stratos.
summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
Add a hero from the deck to the hand. No response. Except interesting. Surprised he didn't go for the spell and trap removal. Okay, so he's doing Stratos to Stratos, so planning out building that up for next turn. Does he want to go in or not? No? Okay, so he does remember. He does remember. Draw for turn. I like that we have Ostinato. Yeah, let's just go battle and... Do I want to set a score? No. Yes, I do. Because it's just to prepare for next turn. Battle phase.
Starting. Let's battle.
Attack. I want to go for the big one.
Your moment to attack.
Declared battle.
You sure you want to
Okay, wall disruption.
I flip over
No
my
response.
set card.
Reduces it down to 700.
Activate a trap.
Battle step. I could book a moon and save it for later. I'm gonna book a moon.
I flip over my set card.
And we're gonna flip our own monster face down. Because he's got another Stratos anyway. So we're gonna end our turn there. We can use a score to protect our monster.
My turn.
And technically speaking, just by attacking Score, he loses. If he tries to attack the other, excuse me, not Score, Chopina, he loses. Score, we win. Or excuse me. Chopina, he loses and we win. Score, nothing happens, but we have enough life left to go ahead and Ostinato next turn. There we go. So, most of the cards in the anime, and you know this because you're an anime fan, Bia, came out specifically in the show or the manga before it came out into the physical trading card game. So a lot of people are like, hey, Yugi cheated when he did that. No, he didn't. That was whatever the card does in the show. It just does it in the show differently. He went Stratos to Stratos again. I wonder if he's going to start trying to attack here. If he tries to attack here, I'll let it go through.
Let's go.
Depends on if I gotta go. Oh no, he's Exceed summoning Diamond Direwolf. I assume he's gonna destroy this monster, right? Destroying himself and that. Okay, that's fair. If he kept the special summon monster, we could be in good stride. Do I want to score now or do I want to score next turn? I want to score next turn because he may decide that he wants to activate like something.
Activate my monster's effect.
But I just want to be able to go ostinato attack. It kind of did, but really, like, the last 2 years have been like that for me, where every day just breezes on by, and I'm surprised what we managed to get through, or get done together through the course of that month. All right, yeah, let's ostinato to make big problems real fast. Well, it's not that it doesn't have rules, but they were just making it up as it goes along, and then they found out, well, maybe we don't want to make up that much. Does he have anything in the graveyard? Oh, he does. He's got the breakthrough skill in his graveyard. I guess we could go ahead and get rid of that. With a Schuberta? Oh, we could do it with Schuberta. So we would just send this one, and sure, we're not doing as many fusions. We'll send those two. I personally really like Odd Eyes. There's definitely like a lot of different builds you can do with it. There's no one right way to play that deck. Is he gonna try something? I mean, his graveyard just ready to be feasted upon, so let's activate. And we're gonna get rid of his Volcanic Shell, his Breakthrough Skill, and his Neos Fusion. Wow, I don't think there's been a better use of Schuberta's ability to like rifle through people's graveyards. Maybe ever on this stream. I know the breakthrough is only on his turn, but if this doesn't work, I definitely don't want him to have it or keep it. So battle phase, attack.
Schuberta, attack! Sonic surrender!
What's he gonna do? He's gotta wonder if I have it. But it's all on him. He chose to book a moon. Okay, that's fair. I end my turn. Couldn't play that too carefully. So it just depends on what we got now. I don't know how many Xyz monsters he's gonna have. He still has another, I think, Neos Fusion in his hands. Yeah, he does.
Time for some action.
Okay, he's battling. He must have thought I didn't have it. Schuberta's effect happens, and we're gonna take the Stratoses and the Neos. Because he may not have any more Neos, so that would be a good way to use that. Alright. Before damage calc. Surprise! Wow, we had it. So by showing him the other score, he must have thought we got rid of it. But eventually he decided to rip the Band-Aid off. Oh, the ones you play on Duel Links, you know, that's not the worst way to describe them, because that is kind of what they're doing, but they're doing it with purpose. They're actually farming skills. Did you know that you can unlock skills for your character, not only from battling legendary duelists, but also from playing other people? And so if you do find yourself fighting one of those duelists and all they do is just like take their own life points, take their own life points, take their own life points, and they lose, but they don't surrender, they're doing it for a very specific purpose, right? They're actually trying to do their Duel Academy homework. Yeah, he tried.
I'll do everything it takes to...
Oh, yeah, Cyber Dragon Seagull, I think. All right. Goki. Well, I know we got Ostinato for that. Okay, he did special summon, so yeah, let's just have fun here. We're not going to solo. I'm going to Ostinato. But yeah, that is what they're doing, Bia. They actually are... They're not bad duelists or bad people. They're really just trying to... you know, get through their duels just like anybody else. All right, so Gokis, we got those. All right, so I'm gonna go and just set these cards face down and let's have a little bit of fun here. Now, if he chains like Forbidden Chalice, we're in trouble, but ain't no time like the present. Okay. So that'll do like a 50, yeah, 650. Now he does get his Goki's effect, and he can get another Suprex or like a Twist Cobra, etc. He chose Twist Cobra. Okay. It's gonna be so wild when like Goki comes back, and then we get like Goki Link monsters, because like Goki is super, super good. All right, just most of Goki's attack plan though was to attack. And that is not anything we're worried about. All right. So he's doing Goki Riscorpia. And he's ended his turn. If he doesn't special summon, he's not in trouble, right? At least that's what he seems to think. I will... do I want to set a Treacherous Trap Hole, maybe? Or do I want to... you know what? Let's have some fun. Oh, well, you know, that might be you sometime. All right, so I've summoned Score, and I'm gonna use Chopina into Score. Or Score into Chopina, back into Score. That way we just have another monster on the field that'll let us do some damage. All right, so we're gonna activate our skill. Say goodbye to that one, and say hello to this recycling little factory, and then activate the effect of Chopina. Get that Score back. Makes this duel a little more urgent. We're gonna set Treacherous Trap Hole.
I'll set a card.
We can go ahead and, I guess we could do like 500 and then 1,000. I will turn this monster to defense mode. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I think I'm gonna just go in as far as I can. Or I could save the Score for later. Let's find out, just as an experiment, what he intends to do right here.
Attack.
Is he gonna take the 500? Oh, he is. No, I want this to be urgent. 23. And we'll just bring back Score next turn and then do Treacherous Trap Hole in the battle phase if it comes to that. But I'm not worried about that. I want to do big damage.
I'm ready for anything.
Yeah, well, they can't reprint everything in a hollow form, but it is true every now and again when something gets like downgraded or the same rarity, you're like, well, that's not fun. All right, so he's gonna go for my Book of Moon. With Book of Moon, I will do nothing. Make him think we got the big card still.
I activate my monster's effect.
So he has normal summon and he is going to get to special summon. So I want to wait till he special summons the monster from his hand and then we're going to have a little fun. So now we Treacherous Trap Hole. And I guess it really doesn't matter, but we'll take care of the monsters that were not special summoned because those are weak to Bloom Diva.
I activate my monster's effect.
So he's going to tribute. That's fine. As we know, for whatever reason, it still destroys both targets. And so it's 3,900, and he does get his for Scorpio effect.
I activate my monster's effect.
No response, no response. That's only till the end of the turn, yeah. Gains the attack until the end of the turn. That's about all she wrote so far.
A duelist
Ties the bind, it's 4,000.
battle.
I don't need to do this, but I'm gonna do it.
I flip over my set card.
Well, sometimes if a deck is in your comfort zone, right, you're just good at playing it because you're playing all the time, you're gonna do better with that deck than any deck somebody tells you to play.
My turn.
Speaking of which, yeah, let's just activate
I activate Chopina's effect.
and say hello to Score again. And then we're gonna special summon. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what to do then, Vox. Do good in the tournament with those cards, right? Battle phase, I want to say this works, but even if it doesn't, it's just bigger.
I attack with my monster.
Don't use the Score, but we will use the effect. 300 damage. 17!
Bring down the house.
That's game, okay. Well, sorry, Gokis, not today. All right, see you, Alec, and good luck in all your content creation. Looking forward to seeing what you put out. All right, we're back to above 80%. That's not bad. That's only 27 duels. Don't get too excited. But we are actually, I think, in the top 100 of North America. Right? No! Whatever happened to... Yeah, we need 200 more points. No, 204 more points. So we definitely got to win, but we are really, like... To get to the top 10 just seems so accessible. Guess we'll just keep doing Melodious stuff. It is, and I think that's the best way to explain it. Ta-da! You can always message me, for sure. But it's one of those things where I don't have a chat room, and I'm not going to have a chat room again because Discord servers are fun, right? Especially for those people who can be on them all the time. But as I'm not a full-time content creator, I can't protect you guys, right? And I never want to lure you into a situation where you're not safe. And that's what a Discord feels like to me. And so you guys can find each other on Discord, right? If you join, not only can you get updates from me, but you can see very familiar names on the screen and ask people if they want to continue the conversation off stream. But I'm just not going to let that happen to you
If
ever
underestimate
again.
me, I'm
So,
not the one
that's
who's
all.
gonna pay for that mistake.
I have a new way to.
I'm doing. Here I come on out. RP channel.
But you guys can always tweet at me. You can always comment on Instagram. You can always follow me on YouTube. And only some of you do that. So I think some people, they just feel like someone told them to join a Discord, so they got to join a Discord. But if you want to talk to me, there are ways to reach me. And if you don't, you can enjoy your day. This is a hand, by the way. Clearly. I guess we go like summon, special, change, and go from there. I assume he's got to have at least one spell or trap card.
I synchro summon a monster.
That's why we just got to draw that Book of Moon. Just find it.
From my hand.
Right, there's the Harpy's Feather Rest, so he might get that spell and trap card. Oh, you can. You can. I'm not even wearing it today. Every day of my life, I wish. You know, like, there's always, when you are someone who engages in content creation, there's only so many hours in the day. I put my hours towards Yu-Gi-Oh! For sure, but man, would I love to just be a Beyblade person. I could just start it all over. Oh, thanks, B. I appreciate that. Okay. So, we got a bunch of these scores in our hands.
I activate a quick play spell.
Okay, there's our treacherous trap hole. Not too bad. Chose not to be on their special summon. Doesn't seem like any of the other skills want to activate or any of the other stuff they have. Yeah, sure, why not? And then get this. This is really weird.
It's your moment.
Is there just like nothing going on? Score 17. Okay, probably it had to be like other Harpy cards. Hey, that's fine. You can find me on Twitch. You can message me on Discord. Either or. I don't. This is going suspiciously well, fam. It's going suspiciously well. Okay. I can't believe, like, this is all the stuff that I practiced and trained for when I did the Arc 5 Invitational, so it's really cool to, like, see just, like, the deck that I know. Melodious just doing it. Okay, here's Astro Phoenix, clearly. Yeah, I feel like it just had to be, like, an Elegant Egotist set and maybe, like, a Hysteric Sign.
I'll do everything
But let's see what we got.
to win this duel.
This might be a more card-intensive duel.
Destiny heroes are far superior.
Now, if he does it, we can just do On
My
and
turn.
Space Typhoon.
I present to you Destiny
Hey, and that's okay. You're allowed, right?
I set a card. I set a card.
Okay.
I set a card.
Set, huh? Oh.
Think it.
All right.
Just go, I draw.
We're gonna start with the Space Typhoon.
From my hand.
And, sure. Just the one in the middle. Why not? It is really good.
Don't make me
A mash change. Okay.
reveal my face down card. I activate a
Book of Moon doesn't work that way. The fact that you can search Mystical Space Typhoon every duel makes it even better than the Photon skill that I love so much, where you can search the Photon Stream of Destruction or the Galaxy Cyclone, right? Don't want to do anything with that. No, we don't. So we're just gonna Ostinato.
Activate my spell card. First move.
See how far we get with this. But yeah, Surgical MSC. Really? Okay. I feel like we just gotta make like a compilation of all the times people forfeited to me. Just for like playing the first card. Okay. Laissez aller, right? Let's go. Except, let's go, but from my perspective. Like, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I don't know why he just didn't like discard or. Oh, that's why he scooped, because he knew Decider was better, and then he saw the Melodia stuff. I don't think he realized that like level-based monsters were about to attack him. That makes a little bit more sense. You know, some people, like, they get frazzled or frustrated, or they just play differently when they're on a stage or it's a duel they care about. One of the most important things you can do is don't flinch, right? Like, just do what you did in practice, and everything's gonna be just fine. Speaking of which, I'm familiar with this situation, unfortunately, because I've been in it before. Okay, that's definitely a treacherous trap hole. Yep, there it goes. So we're gonna lose our 2 monsters. Yikes! We're gonna set, and I end my turn. What's this familiar situation? I can't do anything because I drew both my Momozardas. Or excuse me, my Momozarda and my other one. Okay, this will actually not be too bad because we just put this to on, and the second he has 2 monsters, we just blow him up. Well, yeah, I could say that if you're into Schadenfreude, I do know what that is, right? I don't... Nix spreek a lot of German, so Nix spreek Sie Deutsch. But I do know what that word means. Yeah, these are all the gardens in the world. Alright, here we go. Now we got Treacherous Trap Hole. Now you can have fun. So simplified. Oh, he got it! That's so good. It's not gonna, like, defeat us, but this is gonna be really difficult. It would have to be Ostinato. That's the only way we can win is by drawing Ostinato. Alright, draw. Because of course we drew Ostinato. Because that's all you gotta do, right? Just get good. Okay, how we want to do. Here's the problem. Until we get a Book of Moon, we actually can't do what we need to do. So, I know that we could still bring back that one, but honestly, like, the Mozart is probably the harder one to set up. And we will do... I don't just want scores. We gotta put it in defense mode. That's what's really funny, though. So it has to be in defense mode. So, Bia, just for you, here's the Bloom Diva. I mean, that's not a bad way to do it, right? You're a hard read. But here's the thing. As long as he controls both his Gaia monster and his Galloping Gaia field spell, I can't activate effects during my battle phase. So we're going to have to put that monster in defense mode, and the reason why we specifically choose Bloom Diva is it can't be destroyed. That's a normal thing that he's going to have to figure out how to deal with. And most of the cards in his deck do destroy. They don't banish. Well, technically speaking, he might be able to, like, get another monster out there and, like, change my position, but even if he changes my position, it's still not going to do damage, so he'd have to still negate my effects. So, yeah. And now we're here, right? This is where we live. Draw. Alright, I love the Necrofusion, but if we set it, we're in trouble. Unless we want to, like, bait him out into destroying the Necrofusion. But I don't think so yet. I think I'm just going to keep this in my hand and wait until we get either Book of Moon or Mystical Space Typhoon. Either of those will work. So it's going to be a hard duel for sure. But depending on his deck, we might be just fine, honestly. Because there aren't a lot of effect negators in this. There's only things that, like, yeah, now we can chain, and that's interesting, right? But we're still okay. Well, he might hard draw Chalice because he's only got 10 cards left in his deck right now. Wow, he's gonna reveal and then do that. And then what? He's gonna try to change my battle position? Oh, he's sending it so he can search Gaia the Magical Knight. Okay, what a weird way to get back to that. Now we can normal summon Gaia the Magical Knight. I feel like we're probably trying to build up to the Trampler and the battle position changer, but that's still a bad idea on his part. Alright, so he's gonna fuse. Unless he accidentally destroyed his field spell. Man, if he did, that's lucky. Okay, so he is doing the field changer. Now he's doing a Dragon's Mirror. None of this is gonna affect me, though. He probably is thinning just for Chalice and setting up a bunch of stuff so I can't do anything. Now he's gotten to where 2 Books of Moon would be required to turn off the field spell, or 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. So yeah, nothing happens. Nothing happens. Alright, so, draw. We got a Pokémon, but it's not enough now. What we could do, though, is we could book a moon here, and then we could set Necrofusion, and then we could make another one of these same monsters so that we're really making things pretty intense on him. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go book a moon, and we're going to flip down this monster right here. And that's fine, because then we can set a card. We can switch this to defense mode, and we want him to use this 2600 to try to get rid of that. Hey, Moon Champion, welcome back to the stream, fam. I think we're gonna be fine. Because now I can chain this too, which is fantastic. Nope, you're gonna have to try to either go to your battle phase or target it to be destroyed. Not a floodgate trap hole though. Using Book of Moons on that. So then Shane. It is perfect. It's exactly what we were hoping for. If he were smart, he would have tried to use the effect to do the destruction right then, because it would have worked in tandem. But he did not choose to do that, so this is what we're going to go with. He will have to get another Book of Moon, but it's getting a little bit scarier as the duel goes on. We really need to be able to get what we need fast. He has to reduce the attack of his monster now to destroy it. He must be looking for another field chalice. Maybe he's not even trying to destroy the face down because he doesn't know. But it is true that right now, his Gaia, the Magical Knight of Dragons, can destroy my face down fusion monster because, well, it's face down. It forgot its effect. But let's see. Suspense is killing me. Because he may forget. You might even be able to make a rank 7 Exceeds monster if he wanted to. I don't know what he would do. If he had another Pokemon, well, there's a lot of different ways to do this. Okay, so he is going to activate the effect. That's fine. It's going to give him, like, some new confidence, right? But he just changed its battle position, so we can't unchange it. So I could destroy it by battle, and that might be what we do. Does he have anything in his graveyard I should be worried about? No, he doesn't have the Gaia that changes everyone back to their correct attacks. So far, so good. Guess we'll just sit and wait this one out for now. I guess he's trying to figure out what to do here. If we get a Mystical Space Typhoon, life gets so much easier, right? You just punt the Galloping Gaia into the graveyard here, and all of a sudden we can activate effects during the battle phase. We've got some really good effects. We're going to be just fine, but we just have to wait this out to figure out what's up. And he's fused quite a bit here, right? He's already made, like, 2 of these. I assume he's got a 3rd one, but I don't imagine that he's got any more Dragon's Mirrors, because it feels like a lot to run 3 in this deck. Can't believe we just top-decked Ostinato. Well, I guess we can, right? We've seen my luck before. Just say the card and just get it.
I Xyz summon a monster.
Okay, so he's Xyz summoning. He's making the
My monster's effect activates.
Tokens. Okay. But he no longer has a Gaia on the field. So now I can just do free effect damage, and I might start doing that to him. Draw. Oh, and we got a score, too. Yeah. Turn to attack mode. Battle phase. If he draws a Book of Moon, yeah, this will be sad. But he can't be destroyed. So now we're just going to do 800, 800, 800. So he would have to have another Book of Moon.
I draw.
Maybe he's got the tokens so he can tribute too. Maybe. But if he doesn't, he ends his turn. Okay, draw. Wow, we have our Book of Moon, which is so helpful. And I think I am just going to set it. Battle phase. Attack.
Bloom Diva, attack.
Yeah, here comes the fun. Okay, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a little too good.
I draw a card.
I don't know why he chose to do that.
I set a card.
Okay, maybe that's the card he needs.
My field spell activates.
Okay, he's Galloping Gaia, but he might be over-thinning his deck down at this point. He could certainly, you know, grab another thing, but... Okay, is he gonna tribute 2 monsters? Nope, ending his turn, okay.
Just have to believe in this I draw.
Well, we know what skill he doesn't have, and I know I could actually set this monster, but it wouldn't be nearly as good. So I think I'm still gonna play pretty conservatively. Battle phase and attack.
Bloom Diva, attack. Wrecking refrain.
No response. Just keep doing it. Yep.
Activates her effect.
I can still
turn
turn
ends.
this duel around.
Diva.
This is like the strangest way to win,
I
right?
use my face down card.
We are gonna use Book of Moon,
I use the card I
and I'm gonna switch his monster face down.
activate a quick play spell.
And so he's gonna have to flip summon into attack mode.
How do I get out of
My
this?
turn.
He's only got 2 more turns, but hey, maybe I've only got 2 more turns if he just throws down a very exciting card. We'll see.
From my hand, I
Book of
activate
Moon.
a quick
Okay,
spell.
that's fair. Now we might be in trouble.
Monster's effect activates.
He did get that second Book of Moon. Okay. But I didn't want to set anything, and we'll see if that still turns out to be the right play.
I'm counting on you.
Tributing 2.
I tribute summon my
Oh, for
monster's
Gaia.
effect
Okay.
activates. I'm counting on you. I special summon
All right.
my monster's
Fusing
effect activates.
one more time. Yeah, that's game.
All right. I fusion summon a monster.
That is game. That was a really good
Let's
duel.
bat yours.
But that's all she wrote.
Attack your
Yeah, it took him a while, but yeah, I got it. At one point, like, I was always going to be vulnerable to them drawing the last couple of outs in their decks, and we just really couldn't do what we couldn't do. But we're still okay. We're at an 80% win ratio, and we're still right at that edge of top 100. So let's see if we can't get that going. All right, so yeah, we're oddly top 100 and counting. That's so weird to have like gotten that threshold so fast.
Duel.
You'll see what. Look.
All right, I love the Ostinato. I love the Book of Moon. I love the fact that we're just gonna be able to turn off some of his scariest monsters here. I definitely made him earn it.
You're about to find out.
Okay.
I set your call.
Interesting. Okay. Turn this to on. Try to draw a Space Typhoon. Didn't get the Space Typhoon. No response. No response. He's not gonna take any battle damage.
Tower prison.
It is, but it gets like, you just get right down to it, right? Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links to a certain degree, people are like, wow, there's all these negates in TCG Yu-Gi-Oh! And OCG Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, but there's answers to them. In Duel Links, you're just like, here's my 4 cards. And the other guy, other girl, other duelist says, here's my 4 cards. And then you're like, oh, well, clearly I win. So, and you're like, yeah, clearly you win. I surrender, and then you go to the next one. It's so brutal. It's so fast-paced. And speaking of being fast-paced, we're going to bring out Ostinato. And we're going to say hello to... We can't do any battle damage. So, yeah, we're just going to bring out Bloom Diva, and we're going to send these 2 cards in particular. And I will... put that in attack mode. We're going to go in.
Sing together a sensational duet.
So it's fusion time. Then we're going to special summon. Make this one a little bit bigger, right? But not too big. Only 17. Now we're gonna use our skill.
This spectacle.
I know he's in good shape. This is gonna be a rough one. We're gonna bring out Chopina. Hello, Chopina, and then we're gonna use Chopina's effects.
Chopina's
We're gonna bring back our Sonata. And then I feel fine.
Set a card.
So I'm gonna set my cards. Special summon. We know he's got a Mystical Space Typhoon. You know what? I'll set 3 just in case. Battle phase.
Battle.
Don't make me.
Okay, there's the match change.
Here's my face down.
That's not anything to be too scary of.
Here it comes.
Or scared of, I should
Don't
say.
make me laugh. My monster's effect not gonna happen.
So he's gonna half the attack of that one. And he's gonna bounce one of our cards. And he bounced the Treacherous Trap Hole. That's actually pretty good. But we can still attack with that monster. So now all we gotta do is attack this one.
Bloom Diva, attack.
So we are gonna use the effect here. Take 600, but 14 isn't gonna do nothing. 17 isn't gonna do nothing. All right, turn ends. He's got the Mystical Space Typhoon.
You'll see why.
It's like he didn't use it. Wow, okay. I didn't expect that, but there we go. No deck is cheap, especially not the Dark Magician deck, right? And I don't mean that in terms of cost, but the effort that you have to put in to win. If any deck was cheap, honestly, it might be the one that I'm using right now, but really it's just like different skills, different stuff. To a degree, it's paper, scissors, rock, only with a million steps in between, right? Melodious beat Destiny Heroes. Destiny Heroes are probably really good at beating other decks. And, well, see where this comes out on the paper, scissors, or rock. Because if they are playing Harpies, we might be in trouble.
If you wonder, you think
Okay, feeling good. There's that Ostinato.
It's my
And I'm going first.
I activate my spell card.
Okay, so why don't we go... Oh, we got a lot of things we can do here. Yes. So first we're gonna make this. Yeah, just combine these two. So put that in defense mode.
Sensational duel.
Oh, hey, yeah. Hey, that is a good Xyz monster, though. Oh, you're right. There wasn't really anything he could do with it. Well, I guess that does happen. All right, we're going to go normal summon this monster. And for once, we're actually going to make Mozarta. Because that actually just has a much better combo here. Then activate Mozarta to special summon Soprano. And then use Soprano's effect to bounce this other one back to our hand. Sure, why not? And then we're going to activate... Do I, like, want to make Schuberta, actually, and use it to banish all the Harpies in his graveyard so that he can't use the draw? Or do I just want to make another Bloom Diva so that, what, he takes 2 turns instead of 1 to get to me? Yeah, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. Just in case he can't get out of it, I am going to make... Oh, it's so rough. I'm gonna do 2 Bloom Diva. No, I'm not. I'm doing a Schuberta. I'm doing Schuberta. And I might hate it, but I think it's important. Because if he does make that, I want to be able to clear out his graveyard. I do.
I end my turn.
feeling nervous?
Can't wait to see what you're gonna try.
All right.
Draw.
And I can't wait to see what he's gonna try. If it's Triamid, we're actually really happy that we made Schuberta. If it's Harpies, we'll get by, and if it is Blackwings, we got the Bloom Diva, we're okay. Effect negation's really important right now. Because you don't beat this deck unless you can negate or otherwise turn off its effect. So, is he gonna Book of Moon me? We'll see. Could be playing Blackwings, but I think he's just kind of reading and figuring out what he's gonna do. He could be playing a whole lot of different things. Okay. It's Harpies. Okay. Gotta destroy his own Harpy. That's fine. And he's gonna use Oracle's effect. That's not a big deal. Which will allow him to add a spell and trap from his graveyard to his hand that specifically lists Harpy in it. Well, that's easy because we got Schuberta. Swallow's Nest isn't a big deal right now. We don't want to respond. What's the out to Bloom Diva? What are they doing to switch it around? So, Book of Moon, the Moon Champion, isn't just good in Duel Links, it's good universally. Think about everything you love about your favorite monster card, whatever it is. That monster doesn't have any of those effects, attributes, stats, levels, anything if it's face down. So that's the first thing. Yes, you can stop an attack with it, right? I'm going to attack you, and you're like, no, I Book of Moon you. And I'm like, oh, I appear to be face down over here. Good. If I get 2 monsters on the field at the same time that have the same level, you know I might be about to Xyz or Synchro Summon or Link Summon if it's next year. Well, you're like, hey, no, one of those monsters is face down. And he's just like, but I was level 4. And you can say, no, I don't care you're level 4 anymore. That's why Book of Moon is so good. And it's a spell card, so you can activate it really whenever you want, including if you set it during any phase of your opponent's turn. But that would be why that's good in a nutshell. So we got our second Harpy Lady, no big deal.
You fare against more. Elegant egotist. Cyber.
Oh yeah, that's true. That would be it. I haven't seen a lot of people run that, and they can't if they use Simoon, because I think it's an Earth monster, right? It's not a Dark monster. No response. Okay, we're doing okay.
Counting on you, darling.
All right, Cyber Slash.
Monster.
He would have to play a spell like right now.
I set a card.
Nope, he's just setting a card face down. Okay.
I set a card.
And another card face down. Okay.
Set a card.
And a third card. He's gonna end his turn. Okay, yeah, so we want to do this. We actually want to take out every card that says Harpy from his graveyard, and really one of the Harpy ladies as well. So I'll get rid of, just in case he gets the Harpy's Feather Rest for later, I am gonna get rid of, are there a Harpy lady in the graveyard? They are. So I'm just gonna get rid of that one because when it's summoned it does something better, so yeah. So say goodbye to those.
End my turn.
And then he doesn't get his effect, which is cool.
I draw.
And then we do not want to activate Mystical Space Typhoon. Not one bit. So we're going to turn this monster to attack mode. And I'm going to keep this up. And then once he activates his effect, then I'll do Space Typhoon from the hand with the right target. We're going to go battle phase. And of course, this is what we got to do first, right? Just kind of put that pressure on, do that effect damage, and see what we get from that. Should be 800 if it goes through. Is he going to wait till damage calc?
Now's my chance.
He's going to use Book of Moon.
I
Okay.
reveal my face down card.
I don't chain anything. If he doesn't get rid of that, man.
Now's my chance.
Okay, so he is Harpy Ladying.
My monster's effect
He's gonna bounce that. Okay, now we can go ahead and use Space Typhoon. And we're gonna use Space Typhoon on the far card. It's Konami that does the censoring on that, nobody else, so. All right, so we got rid of some stuff. Oh, wow, we got rid of another Book of Moon. So that card has to be totally live. And it could be. And if it is, that's kind of scary. Hopefully we draw a,
I set a card.
oh, are we not seeing anything?
I end my turn.
Okay.
Just go.
Interesting.
I draw.
Oh, that's okay. Ooh, Fire Kings. Fire Kings is a good one. All right, let's just flip summon. Then we got Master Duel coming out soon too, which allows us access to pretty much all Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So pretty soon, you won't have to choose between just your favorite decks from Duel Links, but you'll have access to basically the entire greater Yu-Gi-Oh gallery.
The concert's starting.
I would love for him to negate my effect right now.
I attack with my
I don't think
Oh, we got a Space Typhoon. Wow.
my face down card.
Ouch, 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 ouch. Now he's got the bounce too.
My monster's effect.
So it just depends on what he draws. He could have Space Typhooned his own card. Would have been favorable for him to have done so, but ooh, we're in trouble.
Can't wait to see what you're gonna try.
I hope you're ready.
Okay,
I set
that's game. Yep,
monster's effect.
that would be the end.
You're either a
Well, we're either a champ or a chump, and we're no champ, not yet at least. All right, going back in. It's a little bit more like up, down, up, down, up, down. You're like charting out a little wind graph here, but still having fun, which is always enough for me. So Ojamas actually are really good in the TCG, and they're pretty funny in Duel Links. If you get the perfect hand, you go first, you just win.
I have a new.
It's
If they don't have anything, but progressively, duelists are having more and more answers.
Just go.
Why don't we
It's my turn.
score? We're just gonna go through here. So here's the combo, right? One card.
This spectacle is
Score is gonna become our Mozarda, the Melodious Maestra. Mozarda is gonna let us special summon our Soprano. Soprano, when special summoned, is gonna let us get our score back.
special summon.
And
Use her effect.
she can also fuse without using polymerization.
Use effect to
So here is Bloom Diva, the Melodious Choir, in defense mode for now. And we'll hope that's enough, but we'll see. We've been wrong before.
blossom in the.
All right, and turn.
it's my turn.
I end my turn.
I draw.
So it's his first turn, draw phase. He doesn't have the out, he doesn't have the out. Let's see.
From my hand.
Ah, he's got the Book of Moon. Okay. So I think we're probably gonna fight Dragon Knights right here. Feels like he's trying to figure out what to discard for his Dragon Knight ability.
From my hand.
No, it's Fire Kings. Okay. Wasn't expecting that.
I special summon a monster.
All right.
Now's the time. I summon
So now he's got his Barong.
Here we go. I attack
Okay,
with a monster.
yeah, let's have our fun and do both here.
Going to the graveyard.
Take 2,000,
Activate her effect.
and then I'm gonna use the effects,
Activate
and I am definitely gonna destroy that. So, okay, that was not what we were expecting. Oh yeah, Legacy of the Duelist. Here's the thing. I am not somebody who only plays some of Yu-Gi-Oh! I play all of Yu-Gi-Oh! So we've actually like streamed Legacy of the Duelist on the stream several times, and it's a great game. It's a little quieter than Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. You might actually prefer that, right? Because it's just about the cards. And I'm looking forward to Master Duel because to a degree, it takes all the glitz and glamour of Duel Links, but all of the like inclusiveness of the entire collection that you have available to you in Legacy of the Duelist. And yeah, we're gonna get to do everything. So no, I've definitely played that and pretty much every Yu-Gi-Oh! Game except maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Bam for Facebook. That was one that I opted out of.
When everything's at stake, I can't lose the duel.
Oh no, I gotta get you a Master Duel trailer.
Let's duel.
Master Duel trailer.
It's my turn. Come out.
Here's
Fairy
Master
Magician
Duel.
Girl. Fairy Magician Girl adds a magician.
He didn't know,
girl
Chris. I bet you he's asking himself why didn't he attack.
I'm
So watch that. That's gonna be very exciting to you for sure.
My turn.
All right, so he added Kiwi to his hand. Why don't we go ahead and, like, I think it just goes Space Typhoon
From my hand,
and Bloom Diva for profit.
spell.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. When you see it though, tell me how excited you may or may not be. All right, so first movement solo.
Activate my spell card. First movement solo.
I think you're gonna like this too. Yeah, I see that, Vox. I'm not blind to the fact that we've had a lot of luck here. Yeah, why don't we just Sonata? And yeah, let's do a whole bunch of stuff here. We're gonna get Mozarta. So, hello, Mozarta. And then Mozarta is gonna say hello to, well, you know who.
I special summon a
Hello,
legendary
Soprano.
monster.
And then yes, we are gonna use the effect of
Summon,
this.
she can use her effect.
Got it. Okay, cool. And then honestly, like, Bloom Diva attack and have fun. So fusion time. Because nothing he brings out in this entire deck, he'd have to use his spells and traps in combination there, is going to be able to deal with this. Because it's just ready to do what it's ready to do. Right? And here she is, live and in concert. Bloom Diva the Melodious Choir, right? So Moon Champion, Master Duelist is specifically that as well. It is specifically 8,000, 5 zones, main phase 2. It's the normal dueling that you're used to. So if you haven't seen that trailer either, you definitely want to click it for sure. Let's just go into battle phase.
The concert started.
Attack.
Let's Bloom Diva attack.
Right, that's going to change its position.
brings out her friend.
And then we're going to get a replay. You're going to want to watch that trailer more than you're going to watch the stream, but don't worry, once the game does come out, likely early next year, probably around January, February, we're going to be doing a lot of that for sure. We're still going to do Duel Links too. I'm never going to abandon you guys on that. But the first 2 weeks, we'll probably do a lot of Master Duels, and then afterwards, we'll just bounce back and forth. It's on everything. We are going to continue our attack. So we're going to attack this monster over here.
Bloom Diva attack.
And I want to say that they cannot be destroyed by card effects. Yeah, that's right. So we just get to do a little bit of damage. Lots of fun. And then we get to
Bloom Diva.
pass our turn for now and make it look like we don't want to do anything further.
With that, I end my turn.
So here's the great news. It's free to play, just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is. So I think you're going to get to have a lot of fun. Are there going to be some premium options on there? Yes, they've already confirmed that. But that doesn't stop you from enjoying Duel Links, right? You haven't emptied out your wallet into Duel Links. Or maybe you have. And if you have, you're probably just as excited, right? So this is going to be a wild... I wanted to attack because I want to scam out some free damage with score. Okay, that's fair. That's
Magician Girl.
it's gonna be fun.
Lets me draw a card.
Okay. Tag duels would be good. They're difficult to balance. There always have been tag duel formats in Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's instructions on how to duel that on Konami's website. But we don't do a lot of those for 2 reasons. One, a lot of people don't have as much interest in that as you might think. Damage calc, surprise! Just got a freebie on that one. Is he gonna try again?
Kiwi
He is gonna try again. Okay. Well, sure thing. You're just helping.
So frustrating.
Probably so. I would imagine they would take that from you because of the fact that it's included right at the beginning there. So I can Treacherous Trap Hole as long as this monster's out here, but I really love just damage. Take 400. And we'll see what else they get. Okay, they're gonna Space Typhoon, that's fine. I'd rather that than him Space Typhooning my face down Necrofusion, right? Because that's so important for this particular deck, so that's okay. We'll be able to play so much Dark Magician. Moon Champion, you tell me when you watch that. You don't have to watch it now, but I'm about to put it on. That's how good that trailer is. Tell you what, I'm gonna keep the Mystical Space Typhoon in my hand for now, and does he want to fill up his field? Sure. It's so good. It's so worth your time. I promise. I promise. I'm not. That trailer definitely is. Okay, so they are gonna do it. Nope, no problem. The bigger the monster, the better it is for me. I know what type of deck. It's got to be a Quintet Magician deck. All right, so it's Apple. That's fine. I will continue my attack, but we're gonna continue our attack over here now. No response. Yeah, let's do it. Take damage. And just in case, now that their zones are full, now I do want to destroy it because their previous spell and trap cards have been stuff that... Oh, it's Super Team Buddy Force Unite. Oh no. Well, they still can't use that either, but I end my turn for now.
I end my turn.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting the goose pickle.
Oh yeah, and Black Friday's just like that, but you have to be excited for people being able to take their first steps maybe out into the world and start shopping again. That means a lot to certain people. So you being there, you may not have thought about it like that, but you being there and providing reliable customer service at whatever business it is you're at really helps a lot of people out, more than you might think. I can't target anybody, so I guess we'll just set book and just have fun. I mean, I love me some Naruto too. I've only got a few more turns left. Oh, they're gonna Karma Cut. Oh, and I just set my Book of Moon. Oh, I could have flipped it face down. Ah, but we got Asanana for next turn. But they've got game. There's nothing I can do. We're dead, yeah. If I had kept the Book of Moon in my hand, would have been fine, but I did want to set it. Didn't think about it.
From my hand,
yeah, we're dead. We're dead. Right, yeah, we can go ahead and scoop them because they just turn to attack game. Oh, so good. All right, so we're still at 19. Just keeping us above the crest there, but now it's becoming very just win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. All right, so we're going first. That's okay. Let's see what hand we get. That is a hand we can use. Oh no, it's not a hand we can use. Because we literally can't. We've done the brick. Okay, so sets up. Clock Tower's really good for sure. Right now we're at 19,000 points. Top 100 NA. We're good. Oh, the Mystical Space. That's it. Depending on what happens, we're already dead. There's Drill Dark. Drill Dark activates. Second I see the mass change, I'll scoop. There's another Drill Dark. Can he double Drill Dark? Oh, it's Excalibur. Yeah, it's game. I don't know that I would Excalibur it like this heavy of a format, but I guess he just wanted to like try it. Garnets. Okay, now we're at 18,000. Uh-oh. Well, one of those things. Yeah, and Master Duel again is very exciting. And it is free to play and it's on everything. Xbox, yes. PlayStations, yes. Nintendo consoles, including the Switch, yes. Your phone, Apple phone, Android phone, whatever it is, yes. Steam, yes. Your computer, yes. It's literally on everything, so it's gonna be very exciting.
I have to give my all in every
well, it's been making, you know, high numbers for sure, so yeah, I'd say so.
My turn. Now is
yeah, they do too. That's why they put Exodia at the end. Oh, nice. We might be playing against Dark Magician Star Seraph. So, yeah, stick and share. Got a decent hand. Could be better depending on what we draw, but we'll see. Okay, and then reveal, right?
My monster's
Yep.
effect activate.
That's so wild that that
I
works.
special summon a monster.
So wild that that works, but
Now
it
is the
does.
I exceed summon a monster.
All right,
I set a card.
just Delteros and pass.
It's my turn. I draw.
That's interesting. Okay, so when it dies, special Menteller Knight from your hand or deck. I'm sure he's got at least one.
From my hand,
So let's Space Typhoon.
activate a quick play spell.
Say goodbye to that.
Now's my chance.
Oh, because he can.
Use my face down.
But he's going to use it and draw a card. He's got to have something in his hand. So he used it and he drew a card.
Now.
And so he does get to summon another one.
Activate.
Assume it's going to be a defense mode, but it's still a special summon card.
I special summon
Okay.
now. My monster's effect activates.
And that does work. Oh, that's
I'm counting on you.
very interesting. Okay.
Special summon a monster.
Set,
I set a card.
set,
I'll set a card.
set.
I set a card.
Okay. So here we go. Yeah, it's not Trevor or anything like that. Activate skill. And go and take that, and does it have to have Xyz material on that, or does he get to do that multiple times? If this card's set from the, yeah, he gets to special summon another one. Does he just get to do that again? I think he does. I mean, Joan, like, Thunder Dragon is a deck that really got a kick in the pants in the TCG, so a lot of those duelists, they're getting to play in a way they haven't in quite some time, right? With Thunder Dragons being good in Duel Links, that feels good, right? Especially if you're on the losing end of a Thunder Dragon Forbidden and Limited list. All right, so he really is doing this. Okay. I love our Treacherous Trap Hole. I will get rid of the Altera. Maybe that was the wrong idea, and I should have got rid of the Deneb. I don't know.
Wait to see what you're gonna
Draw
try.
a card.
I do. Before and after, right? Because I was introduced in Arc 5, but not used in all of Arc 5. And so many Arc 5 cards are not hard once per turns when they should be. Like, I get that, like, Chopina's not great, but it's good enough to be a hard once per turn. Okay. So he's going to summon that, and then what I'm going to do in exchange is just Treacherous Trap Hole. So we're going to say goodbye to his two monsters. And there goes Deneb.
Activate a trap.
Yeah, they should have the full TCG Forbidden Limited list. I would be curious to know if they use the OCG one, but in the OCG trailer, they feature a card that's only legal in Japan and other OCG territories that wasn't featured in the TCG version of it. So that'll be interesting if you get to pick your list, or who knows, but... we got that Necrofusion, but we can't because we don't have anything in the graveyard, so... I think we're okay for now. Draw for turn. Yeah, but it's one of those things where, give it long enough, those anime-only cards eventually will come to the TCG. Battle phase, I guess, 28?
I attack with my monster.
Alright, so that's Book of Moon. And that's honestly okay. Because I guess now we won't get the summons, so I end my turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah, Champion Vigilance is still at 1 in Duel Links. So they decided that, yeah, there's too many normal monster-based decks that would be unfair. I've teched it in Dark Magician before, but it just doesn't quite get done what I need it to. That's fine. Not particularly worried about that, putting that in attack mode. I'd love to see him just attack, and then for me to Necrofusion on his turn.
Here we go. My monster attacks.
I won't do anything because I need both of them to go.
Let's do this.
And yeah, because even if we don't get the Necrofusion successfully, we still should have access to our first movement solo. So he's ending his turn.
That won't work.
It's too good. It's too good. And those cards that are there, they're there so they're... Oh, wow, he is going to negate it, which is fine. Because we can just now first movement solo. So, yeah, that's... Oh, but then he gets the Delteros. Man, this deck's pretty good. Like, it's just a non-stop battle. I kind of need to make a Schuberta next time I see one of these.
I special summon a monster.
Hey, good deal, Moon Champion. There's so much to love about that show. To a degree, sometimes it's slice of life anime, sometimes not. No response.
My turn is done.
Could I just put another one out and have him... deck out? Maybe if I went
I activate my spell card.
first movement solo.
Solo.
All right, so we're gonna summon Soprano. Soprano's effect's gonna activate. Use it, yep.
Soprano is special summoned. She can
Grab
use her
Sonata. And then there's Sonata, okay. So now we're gonna special summon Sonata. He's got something he can use. Is it Treacherous Trap Hole? It's not. But it's like definitely open game statey. Yeah, I need to get Schuberta so I can make some stuff live. And he's got one.
Now,
Okay.
I reveal my
So that's actually only gonna work if he flips down. Okay, and he did. No response. So I can go ahead and set this card, but I can't use it. Battle phase, and
Let's battle.
do I want to attack anything? I guess I do, yeah, just to kind of
Sonata, the
slow him down. So there's the attack and his move.
That, I end my turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah, there's some really good stuff out there. And doesn't matter if it's Digital Bug or one of the newer decks. Nope, that's fine. That's a card that doesn't work for me right now.
Here I go.
Are we gonna have to Book of Moon him?
Attack position.
He didn't activate the effects. I'm fine if he actually wants to Xyz summon.
I set this card face.
Okay, that's fine. End of the main phase. He'll still be able to attack either of these. But let's say we flip down the stronger monster.
The card I set.
And so we'll just be able to use the other one to turn it to attack mode. And then if he goes through this, that's fine because I can just attack here.
My turn is done.
It's my turn.
Okay, he's done that.
Draw.
How interesting. Definitely keep the score here. He's got something if he chooses not to use it. Oh! Floodgate Trap Hole. Okay, that is very interesting. Then battle phase, turn this to off, and then let's attack the Satellar Knight so that he doesn't have any other Satellar Knight spells or traps he can use if he draws them.
Turn. Can't
So that was a little surprising,
A
but
card.
Magic's good, but it has just a different energy to it. Not to be confused with Pokemon, right?
My monster.
All right, surprise!
go to the graveyard to activate her effect.
Got a little greedy there.
My turn is done.
Could be a Sphere Creep, but let's see what he's got. I like this so much because so many good cards in this deck are going to be related. Oh yeah, that's right. It's permanently stuck. Well, we gotta fight him. So yeah, let's go battle 17. And I end my turn. Now he probably gets access to Destiny Draw, but I'm fine with that. He doesn't have any more Satellars in his deck. I've got a Mystical Space Typhoon, so I'm not too scared. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like sets really
I
fast.
summon a monster.
Okay, no, he's just gonna do that Star Seraph. Okay,
Let's do it.
that's what he had.
I attack
All right
the
then.
monster. That's
The
the end.
stage is set.
Let's draw for turn.
Draw.
Well, that is a sight for sore eyes if I ever saw one. Because we can activate the effect here.
Use without
We can make Schuberta. And we can combine even our face down monster because face down materials can always be used for fusion unless written otherwise on the card.
make your
It appears he's disconnecting for some mysterious reason. I wonder how that happened. Buster Blader and Blackluster Soldier. Yeah, it might happen. We've seen some new monsters come out of the new Battle of Chaos set. We did manage. Man, these people just... I guess they want the EXP still, or they want the goodies, but... all these things are just a surrender. All right, so we're at 75% win ratio, which is really good, honestly. Let's take a quick look at how we're doing on the ranking. For North America, 19,000 puts us... we're just under the top 100. We need one more win, but to get to that top 10, we're gonna need it. So let's see if we can get to 20,000, and we might crest from there. But that was interesting. I did not expect to win that one. But yeah, Agent of Chaos, you'll love the Battle of Chaos set coming out next month. Or no, I guess it's about a month from now, but it's not quite next month. It's not December, it's January. But you're getting, a new Dark Magician Ritual monster, a new Blackluster Soldier support, new Blue Eye support, a whole bunch of
don't
stuff.
overthink it.
All right,
Go for it.
we kind of got to do what we got to do. So Space Typhoon
I activate
here.
quick play spell.
Hey, Harpies are what they are, right? They're a good deck, so you have to be ready for them at the moment's notice. And speaking of being ready for them, let's go ahead and activate our skill. And say goodbye to this. Bring out Chopina. Use Chopina's effects. And what do you know? We started with 4 cards, because we're going first. And we're ending with 4 cards. End turn.
Feeling nervous?
Now the Necrofusion might be scary, but depending, we might be okay.
Draw.
Oh, actually relevant Triple D support. Yeah, that's true.
Come on out. Heartbeat.
I like always 101. Ooh, he normal summons. And it gave me turn player priority.
Sure you want to do that?
So I think that might be it for him.
Flip over my set card.
That very well might be it.
I set a card. I end my turn.
Okay.
I draw.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They do have that too. I'm just gonna summon. It's gonna be Treacherous Trap Hole. He did not activate it. We're in a really good spot right now. What's its defense? It's 13. Yeah, battle phase.
The concert's starting.
Attack.
That soprano, the melodious songstress. Attack.
Well, he knows we had score anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter. But 23.
To attack, Shokina.
Okay. Turn
No
ends.
matter the odds,
I'm ready for anything.
You can do pendulum stuff on Duel Links. The characters who in the show use pendulums have an extra skill to add in pendulum zones. If you don't add in pendulum zones via that skill, then take a look at the screen here. Your pendulum zones are going to be just like in the TCG, your leftmost and rightmost spell and trap zones. So I was playing Crystal Beast on Wednesday in a full Jesse getup and everything. But as we were doing that, man, does he really not have everything? Or anything, I should say? He might not have anything.
come on out. Heartbeat channeler.
But yeah, we did a lot on, okay, so he is discarding another Harpy. So we had a very Harpy-centric hand. But he set his cards.
Summon a monster.
I guess he's going to Synchro and then try to bounce, but when he does, score the Melodious Diva. Profit? We'll see. We should be okay, actually. But yeah, the skill, you know, is very generic for Yuya. Just have pendulums, get a pendulum zone. And they did that pretty much with all the different characters. Yep, Harpy's Feather Rest. So who is going to get bounced? Doesn't really matter. But I assume it's going to be the Chopina. So goodbye, Chopina. Actually making it easier if I draw Ostinato or any other cards. And if I do get to use score, I can still use... Wow, chose not to attack because of score. Well, that's not a bad idea. We know he's got plenty of face down cards, so if we fuse, that's a bad idea. We don't have any traps in the graveyard yet. That's correct. So we're going to set Treacherous Trap Hole, and I think we're just going to go in with this card first.
Soprano, the melodious
Are we getting to damage step?
attack.
Been waiting.
Treacherous Trap Hole. Ouch.
I reveal my face.
Is there anything? Nope, we can't really chain anything. But we could do Necrofusion, but it couldn't attack this turn, so we're just gonna let him come on at us. So I'm gonna end our turn, and yeah. Unless they got something, we might still have a chance. Okay, so they're gonna give us a Mystical Space Typhoon.
I reveal my face
Target.
card. I activate a
They are
face
targeting our Treacherous Trap Hole, which we cannot activate right now. That's fine.
I end my
Okay,
turn.
we're okay
I
then.
believe this is
I'm
happening.
getting the
26 we're fine with, but not anything further. Just depends on what this card is. Could be another Treacherous Trap Hole. Could be...
Already struck with one heartbeat.
Well, we're gonna have to do what we gotta do, but that's fine. We'll just let that go for now.
Elegant egotist. Swoop in, harpy lady.
Yeah, that's really odd, but I guess it can do that. Small World, you could have all these things, right? They're level 10, right? And I believe Eldlick, that's the only thing it would share in common with Slifer the Sky Dragon. So yeah, some interesting stuff you could do there.
I hope you're ready. I summon a monster.
Okay,
in attack position.
that's fine.
Ready to battle?
Okay, they're going in for the battle.
Let's go.
So we
harpy
gotta
lady.
do
Scratch slash.
what we gotta do. We're okay with taking the 16.
It's too late.
Okay, now we gotta do what we gotta do.
My monster attacks
Activate
your
Necrofusion.
valley.
I flip over
And we're gonna put out,
Activate a trap.
I gotta do Bloom Diva. Or do I do Schuberta? Because they probably already have the out, and it would just be so much better to have something they might be interested in attacking. I'm gonna do Schuberta. It's weird, but like I just know that we can't win with Bloom Diva, so I'm at least trying something new.
Make your
Okay. Do you want to attack my monster? Do you want to attack my monster?
Go! My monster attacks.
Okay.
From my hand.
Book of Moon. Oh no! He had it no matter what, yeah. So we're gonna go and activate the effect here. And I'm gonna get rid of any of the Harpy related cards from the graveyard.
I reveal my
Okay, gonna Book of Moon again.
I activate a quick play
That's
spell.
weird.
My monster.
Oh, okay, they're just doing that to show off the fact that they had what they had. Yeah, we lose. We knew we were gonna lose. So, here it comes.
It's too.
Youch, and that's game. So couldn't quite get it out there fast enough, but again, the natural predator of the Melodious deck really is the Harpy Lady deck because so many of its different cards can bring it into that situation where, again, yeah, you can go ahead and get rid of that. Let's get a quick look at the rankings here. So global ranking, man, with our 18,000, we are in, oh, we're not in the top 1,000 anymore. We're definitely in the top 2,000. What's our rewards? The difference between getting in the top 1,000 globally and the top 2,000 is a super rare. Okay, so yeah, if we got a little bit higher, we'd get more. And what are these super rares? Well, that's cool, but we own 5 of that. Take a look. Why don't we show us our cards? That's something we don't have. Athena, that's kind of neat. Oh, either the Empowering Dragon would be really cool. If this card's Pendulum Summon, target a card on the field, return to the hand. Yeah, maybe. Guardian's Figs would be hilarious. Other stuff in here. We've got Yosenju Shinshu L, which would be pretty exciting. We've got, I guess, is there any sort here? No, there's not even a sort function. So we're just looking at cards we do and don't have. Amazonas. Oh, that's true. Yeah, because we changed. That's right. How interesting. All right, then I guess we'll duel and we'll try to get a win so we can have 3 of those super rares instead of 2. But I do feel like this is about where we're finding duelists of equal level, and when you've got 2 duelists going in and both of them have they're equally good at the game and they have an equally competent deck, then it's just gonna go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. All right, so
It's time.
is he gonna go first or am I gonna go first?
My turn.
I'm gonna go first.
My
No,
turn.
okay. Oh, I am, okay, so we just totally passed. Lunalight and a half, probably, but let's go.
I activate my spell card.
Movement solo. I wanted to go first, and apparently I just said it loud enough at him that it works. Do we want to... Yeah, I guess we gotta summon this for no effects. And we're gonna go activate skill. And take that. Bring this out. Activate.
I activate Shopeda's effect.
Bring it back. And normal summon it. And then special summon. And I feel like I want to make Schuberta and pass. I feel like I want to make Schuberta and pass. Or do I just want to attack with everything? Attack with everything. Set. Battle phase 17. So he does have something. If he lets the 17 through, we just don't attack with anybody anymore. He let the 17 through, so a deal's a deal. Not going to attack with anybody anymore.
Wait to see what you're
I
gonna
draw
try.
a card.
I assume we're gonna see... I don't have it on, which is good, because he doesn't know I have something that I can chain with. He's gonna end his turn. Wow, Space Typhoon.
I don't think so.
So, face down.
Flip over my set card.
He's still at a quick play that he could activate in his hand right now. Is it Yosenju?
Turn is done.
Oh, I wonder if it's Oyam in his hand. Wow, okay, profit. Profit indeed. All right, so what does that put us at? Quick victory, yeah, doing good. 1,000 points. Okay, ranking. North America, 19,000. We're literally like 101st place. We need to win and keep 20,000 to keep that top 100. Globally speaking, does that put us in a good spot though for our extra prizes? Globally speaking, it's also not enough. We need to have one more win. We have to hit 20,000 if we're going to get to basically sit on that. No, it doesn't update in real time, but it's one of those things where you just want to get above that number because usually players cannibalize each other, right? I've got 20,000 points. I've got 20,000 points. Let's battle. Well, now I'm at 21 and you're at, 19 or 18, depending. Well, now we'll battle. Well, now this guy's at 19 and I'm at 17. Well, now this 19 will fight the guy who's at 20. Well, he goes up to 21. Now these two 21s fight. One goes down to 21, goes to 2,100. So it just kind of continues and continues and continues from there. Oh, nice. What a great matchup for him to make Shooting Star Dragon and for us basically just to go,
I activate my monster's effect.
Yeah, because we already learned this from playing Blazing, actually, that if it's not a guaranteed destruction, we just profit. So all we're going to do is make that very powerful Bloom Diva and see how well our opponent knows how Shooting Star Dragon works. So this could be really good. This could be really, really good.
I special summon a monster. Even the tiniest scratch.
Okay, this is gonna be cool. We just get to kick back for a while and watch these animations. And so here's our very fast. I think the best thing about the Junk Warrior animation is they were smart enough to show the lights going over his head. If you see, the shadow actually flickers on and off. Gives it like a lot of 3D depth for sure.
Junk Warrior gains the attack of my level 2 or lower monster. I activate.
And so Junk Converter, we know what that does. It brings back Junk Synchron. So now you're going to see the power of Fellowship, but you're going to see Junk Synchron. And so those are going to combine again. And we have 2 Books of the Moon. So wild. Stardust Dragon.
Stardust Dragon.
Okay, here we go. I think he might be sorely disappointed if he tries to just sit on that monster. All right, so Stardust Dragon. Oops.
Witness the bond with
And then here's Shooting Star Road, yeah. Oh, that's what he's doing. Okay. Then we're just gonna do what we do best. Ostinato.
Activate my Star Ostinato. Yuya.
There we go. He knew. He must have been playing against this deck earlier today. Wow, that is one for the books. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight because I want to see how far we can ride out that 20,000. If you take a look at the global rankings here, we'll do this together. You'll see that getting 20,000 puts us squarely above the top 1,000 for now, give or take, right? If this guy loses, we'll see. But for North America, we're also doing really well. Let's take a look here. North America. We are very well in the top 100 for North America, which is honestly like pretty good for just our first night here. I'm going to screen cap that so we can share it later because, yeah, it's not too bad, right?